You know, when it comes to doing content, sometimes you get to the point where you got to deal with issues head on. A little disclaimer: we at Ringo TV Reactions, we don't condone any deceptive practices, we don't condone dishonest activity, we don't condone bribery, we don't condone people using certain tactics in order to pay other individuals overseas to get answers. We don't condone that on Ringo TV Reactions because we understand that such practices goes against YouTube's community guidelines. Which brings us to this case. This particular guy here made a video, and I guess he wants my attention. So we're going to give him truth. If you guys are following him, you shouldn't. I'm going to explain why. The Ashlee Jenae case is being compromised purposely so that she won't be able to get any justice. This guy made a video running what appears to be a smear campaign to, I guess he's trying to pander to women in hopes that they will turn against me. Bad mistake, guy. Somebody should have told you about Ringo TV. Now, I know you're jealous. I understand. You're looking for some competition. You didn't meet your match because I'm on a whole nother plane. What we're going to deal with you is we're going to make the public see why they shouldn't be listening to you. Not only you, but Fumi, Sheba, and anybody else that is a part of the Griff Club, the gang that just want to use Ashlee for content just to make money. I'm trying to see how I can start this one off, guys, because we're going to react to his video. Now, I'm not sure if you guys been watching. Yesterday, I did a video where I talked about, the lies that are coming out with these YouTubers. I shared information about a video that Sheba put out misleading people with lies. I talked about a lot of different things. Then in the morning, Fumi puts out a video regurgitating everything I done told you. And then she filled her video up with lies. And she, again, doubled down and was basically encouraging the YouTube community, encouraging Ashlee Jenae's parents to commit international crimes. So again, let me put this disclaimer out there. We at Ringo TV do not believe or endorse or encourage dishonest behavior, practices, or anything illegal that goes against YouTube's terms of service. We don't encourage, endorse viewers to bribe people overseas. We don't encourage that. We don't encourage it, paying people off in order to manipulate situations in their favor. We don't encourage that type of stuff. Here at Ringo TV, what we do is we educate the YouTube community on why you should never do such a thing, because it's unethical and it's wrong. What you're going to learn in this episode is that this guy basically encourages dishonest behavior. Not only him, but another YouTuber named Fumi Void. Fumi Void recently filed 3 copyright strikes on my platform, alleging copyright infringement, which is a total lie, right? She did this because I called out some things about her that is wrong. This guy, he likes to pander to women. That is how he gained views. We're going to talk about that as well. I want you guys to pay attention because what I'm going to share here is very, very serious. Now, before we dive into his video, let's get some things straight right off the brick. Number 1, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. On this platform, you're going to get educated. You're going to get educated about a lot of things. So, that being said, guys, let's talk about a few things. I gave you a disclaimer and I made you understand, because when you talk about topics like this, you got to be very careful. And I got to make sure that I'm within guidelines. And I am. I know and I understand how YouTube works. I understand the system. And I understand that AI is constantly watching. I asked and I did some research in regards to what Fumi is teaching in her videos. Matter of fact, what I should have done, I think I'll do this. Let me go get this thing real fast, guys. Give me a minute. Let me look through my system and get this information here before I actually begin what I wanted to do here. Give me a minute. Let me look for this thing because I have a text file open and I want to get this transcript so that we can further understand what took place, right? So now let me do this. Let me get back on camera. Okay, now, what I want to talk about or bring up before I get into this information is I need for all of you that are viewing here to pay attention, because this is going to be a very educational video. And also, I'm going to show you criminal activity that is taking place on YouTube. And hopefully, you, the community, will be educated not to get involved or support this kind of illegal activity that is going on YouTube. On this platform here, we are speaking against these acts because we don't condone that. And because of these acts and these perpetrators that are doing this, it has compromised the Ashlee Jenae case, and now it's being overwhelmed by dishonest behavior. And when you have people that are dishonest, it brings corruption into a case, and it prevents Ashlee from getting the justice that she deserves. So now, what I want to do is I want to read something here for you guys so that you all can see the truth. Now, this is a transcript from Fumi's recent video that she uploaded. She uploaded something on her YouTube platform that is 100% against YouTube's community guidelines. She literally is promoting dishonest behavior and criminal activity that is punishable by many years in prison. A lot of you guys are watching these YouTubers and you're thinking that these people are fighting for Ashlee's justice. They're not. They're trying to get you guys locked up. They're trying to get you guys involved in activity that can compromise your freedom. My job is to educate you so that you don't fall victim to this type of tactic, because a lot of these people are not even in America. And that's what's so dangerous about this, is that these people are overseas and they don't really care about you. Just like I told you, this is why they indulge in these type of practices. So now, let's get into this particular information here, guys, so that you're all up to speed. Now, on Fumi's recent video, right? I guess you can say around the 7 minute and 22-second mark, right? Somewhere around there, you could probably start her video. And there's a reason why I'm not using her video right now, because I got a pending case right now. But once that case is over, oh, we're going to be going to town. Oh, yeah. Trust and believe me. But right now, we're going to stick with the transcript. Still good. At the 7 minute and 22-second mark on Fumi's latest YouTube video, it says, quote, "What are they going to do? They've never traveled to Africa. Perhaps they don't know. They can be targets over there. That place has been set up so much in favor of Joe that exactly what would they do there? And the alternative would have been a private investigator to be able to go out there and get all the information." These are her words. Watch this. Quote, "Like I said, they had the GoFundMe, and might I add that the GoFundMe, when they put it up, in a matter of 48 hours, they had accumulated over $50,000. That tells you the fever pitch passion people had for justice for Ashlee. Quote, and I said it then, and I'll say it again. The money would not have been enough. Let us say that you did hire a private investigator. He would need more money in order to bribe out there, in order to get answers, because that's just the way in certain countries when you're trying to get justice for a child of which you do not live in. You need to warm up some hands in order to get answers." End quote. Those words came from Fumi Delavoid, encouraging not only Ashlee Jenae's parents that they would need to use the GoFundMe money to bribe people, which is a crime, which is dishonest behavior, which goes against YouTube's terms of service. You're not even supposed to be saying these things on YouTube. They're encouraging this and saying it's okay. And this is why I'm telling you, good people, that when you view my content, I'm trying to make you guys understand what is right. These people are telling you to commit crimes. Last time I checked, when you bribe someone, that is not to get answers, to get the truth. That is to get someone to lie. Fumi Delavoid is teaching the YouTube community to bribe people. Now that I got that out there, guys, let me read a couple of things for you, and then we're going to get into the video. So I pretty much was going through Google, and I was kind of doing some research about international laws, crimes, penalties in regards to social media influencers that are teaching people that it's okay to bribe people overseas. And what we came up with is very, very shocking, to say the least. It says, yes, bribing foreign officials or individuals in an attempt to subvert, influence, or gather private information regarding a death overseas can subject a U.S. citizen to severe criminal prosecution under both U.S. and local African jurisdiction. 1. United States law. Foreign Corrupt Practices Act, FCPA. The primary U.S. law regarding overseas bribery, while it primarily targets bribery used to gain a business advantage, it carries broad restrictions against illegally compensating foreign government officials or using intermediaries to secure improper advantages. Do you see that? Foreign Extortion Prevention Act, FEPA. Bribing a foreign official to do your bidding goes both ways. The U.S. Foreign Extortion Prevention Act, FEPA, actively outlaws foreign officials from demanding bribes while making U.S. citizens vulnerable to prosecution for illicitly offering or providing such corrupt payments. Now, these are the type of things that Fumi is suggesting that Ashlee Jenae's family get involved with. That's all illegal activity, guys. Again, here on Ringo TV Reactions, we debunk the lies. We speak against dishonest behavior. And we're trying to make the YouTube community a safe place by which you can listen to content about the Ashlee Jenae case without listening to YouTubers that are indulging in dishonest behavior. These type of acts that these YouTubers are involved in, guys, are violating international laws. It could get you put in prison. It could actually cause your YouTube channel to be terminated because it goes against YouTube's community guidelines. And that's why we're speaking out against this type of evil, because it's wrong. A lot of you that follow Fumi don't realize that what she's doing is wrong. It's not right. It's not right at all. And in the video of the other guy, we're going to show you that he was also encouraging the same type of behavior. Birds of a feather typically flock together. So it goes on and it says, local jurisdiction in Africa. Local law violations. If a U.S. citizen travels to an African country or commits the crime there, they are subject to that country's penal code. Bribing public officials, such as police officers, coroners, or prosecutors, to tamper with the death investigation is a serious felony in virtually every African jurisdiction, often carrying severe prison time. Only on Ringo TV, guys, are you going to get honest commentary and criticism. I'm not here to feed you guys garbage or misleading information. I'm giving you guys truth, facts, details. So I appreciate everybody stopping by. Be sure to hit the like button, guys. Subscribe to the channel. This is a very, very serious topic, guys. Very, very serious. We're not here to play games. If you want to support the show, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel, because you're not going to get this from no other YouTuber, because all they want is money, guys. They're not here to be honest. They're involved in dishonest practices. And they want us U.S. citizens to agree with this type of stuff, and it's wrong. Now, it goes on and it says, let's see, extradition. If the U.S. citizen flees back to the United States, they could be extradited back to the African nation to face trial, assuming an extradition treaty exists in the USA. Because bribing authorities to manipulate or obtain answers about a death is highly illegal. Do you see that? Fumi de la Void said it's okay. Fumi de la Void encouraged this behavior. But you guys support her? What? So Fumi de la Void is promoting dishonest behavior, again, which goes against YouTube's community guidelines. You could get in big trouble. She encourages it, and she doubled down on it again. She got about 3 or 4 videos saying the same thing. You know what that could do to a person's platform? Pew! Gone. YouTube channel gone. Not coming back from that. Major violation of YouTube's terms of service. Because bribing authorities to manipulate or obtain answers about a certain death is highly illegal, it is strongly advised to utilize proper legal and counselor channels rather than attempting to pay off foreign actors. Do you see that? In these scenarios, you should contact the nearest U.S. embassy or consulate in the African country to request assistance with local death investigations or foreplay inquiries. Do you see the difference between Ringo TV reactions and these other YouTube channels that promote dishonest behavior? Do you see the difference? Because they're not educating you guys. I'm trying to prevent you guys from going to prison. Now, we got that. Let me get some more for you. Give me a minute, guys. Give me a minute. Let's see what we got. Okay, watch this. So I asked about, can a YouTuber get in serious trouble for encouraging this behavior on a YouTube platform? Can they get into some serious hot water? Now remember, Fumi Delavoye did this. The guy named Jayy, he did the same thing. And if any of you agree with it, you're partaking in the very same judgment. It says, yes, a YouTuber can absolutely get in trouble for this, encouraging or teaching people to commit bribery carries severe legal and platform consequences. It goes on and says legal repercussions, conspiracy and complicity. If the YouTuber teaches, encourages, or helps someone pay a bribe, they can be prosecuted for conspiracy or complicity in the crime. International laws. Under laws like the U.S. Foreign Corrupt Practices Act, FCPA, U.S. citizens and entities can face federal prosecution for bribing foreign officials regardless of where the bribe take place in the world. And you guys are listening to Fumi Delavoye? Local jurisdiction. The YouTuber and the viewer can be charged with active corruption or bribery under the specific criminal laws of the African country where the bribe was offered or paid. Are you learning something, guys? Do not let these YouTubers pull you into that mess because they're being very dishonest. Platform and account penalties. Watch this for you YouTubers that are engaging in this. Community guidelines. YouTube strictly prohibits content that felicitates, encourages, or provides instructions on how to conduct illegal acts. When you watch these YouTubers that are talking about this Ashlee Jenae case, they're teaching, encouraging that the family of Ashlee Jenae should be out there in Africa bribing people. I told you guys that's dishonest behavior. We're not here to encourage that type of stuff. It's illegal. Do you understand me? Those YouTubers can lose their platform like that. YouTube do not play when it comes to stuff like this. This is serious business, guys. What I'm talking about right now, I promise you, YouTube's AI is monitoring every word I say right now, making sure that I'm doing a thorough job. And I got all the receipts. I don't play around. I am educating you to understand you don't want to be involved with these people. Now, it goes on and it says consequences. Videos promoting illegal activities will be removed if a channel repeatedly posts this type of content. It will be terminated. The content, the creator's associate accounts will be permanently banned. Fumi Delavoid is promoting this on her platform right now. Fumi Delavoid has multiple videos on her YouTube channel right now promoting dishonest behavior, teaching people that they need to go to Africa and bribe people, which goes against YouTube's terms of service. And her videos are on her platform. That's right. It goes on and it says in let's see, real world context, content creators doing, well, that's totally different. That's something different. That's not really necessary. Let me get something else here. Let me see. I think I got one more, and then we're going to get into the video, guys, so you can see what's going on. Okay, what is the punishment for bribery? Bribery is a serious felony, generally punished by up to 15 years in federal prison. Remember when I made that video, guys, where I told you that these YouTubers are in big trouble? Remember I made that video? Okay, guess what video Fumi Delavoid flagged with a false copyright claim? She flagged all my videos where I was calling out her criminal activity. She flagged all my videos where I was calling out her criminal activity of her teaching people and encouraging these dishonest acts. You know? It's crazy. So now, it goes on and it says, bribery is a serious felony, generally punished by up to 15 years in federal prison or up to 4 years in state prison, i.e. California, alongside significant fines. Penalties include up to $250,000 or 3 times the bribe amount, potential disqualification from holding public office, and in bankruptcy cases, up to 30 years in prison. Key aspects of bribery punishment. Federal penalties under 18 U.S.C. 201, federal bribery of public officials can lead to 15 years in prison, with fines up to $250,000 or triple the bribe value. Bank bribery. For bribes exceeding $1,000 involving financial institutions, penalties can reach 30 years in prison and $1 million in fines. You still want to listen to her? California state penalties. Bribery is typically a felony, punishable by 2 to 4 years in state prison, with potential additional fines and disqualification from office. Commercial bribery. Offering or receiving a bribe in a business context. Commercial bribery can be a felony if the value exceeds $1,000, punishable by up to 3 years in prison, or a misdemeanor for smaller amounts. Sentencing trends. In federal cases, while the maximum or high, the average sentence for bribery has varied, with many cases resulting in prison time and significant downward departures due to substantial assistance cooperation. Other consequences. In addition to prison and fines, conviction often leads to a permanent criminal record and loss of professional licenses or public office. This is serious business, guys. It's not a game. Both the person offering the bribe and the official receiving it face severe, often similar penalties. Now that we got all of that out the way, guys, I think it's very clear of the context and the content by which you're listening to. We here at Ringo TV do not encourage dishonest behavior. Ashlee Jenae's case is being compromised by Jayy, Fumi, and various other YouTubers that are being dishonest. This dishonest behavior is being influenced into these YouTube streets. The viewers are being influenced to think that it's okay. If you're listening to a YouTuber suggesting that Ashlee Jenae's parents should go to Africa to bribe people, that is called dishonest behavior, guys. That is not good. That is not legal. Do you understand? And if these YouTubers are publishing this on their YouTube platforms, they're violating YouTube's community guidelines. If YouTube found out what these content creators are doing in terms of teaching this, they won't have YouTube platforms. They won't, because it's dishonest. And most of the ones that are teaching this, they're not even in the United States. But they want us in the United States to think that this is the logical thing to do in the Ashlee Jenae case. No, it's not. We got to go through the proper channels. We got to go to the embassy. We got to get an attorney, get legal counsel, hire an investigator. We have to look for the clues, and we have to go through the proper legal channels in order to undergo an internal investigation. Anytime you introduce bribing anyone, any officer, any elected official, anyone in Africa in high places, you are committing a criminal act. Do you understand? It is a crime. Now that you got all of that, let's get into this video that this guy made, and he was calling me out. I'm going to show you what his plot, what his plan is about, and I'm going to be very professional, guys. Very professional. I'm not going to cuss. I'm not going to yell. I'm not going to do none of that type of stuff. I'm going to keep everything clean because I understand how YouTube works, and I want to make sure that my words are very clear. So this is a very educational video to offer the YouTube community what they need so that they won't get caught up in any sort of criminal activity. Because a lot of you may have seen videos by this guy where he's talking about Ashlee Jenae. And you think he cares about Ashlee Jenae. He don't. He's just like the rest. Just want to make money. That's it. In his video, what he's attempting to do before we listen to it is he's attempting to smear my name by pandering to the women viewership in hopes to influence them to think that I'm a bad guy. In other words, Ringo TV is not the kind of guy you should be listening to in regards to the Ashlee Jenae case because something's wrong with him. That's his approach. Now, I gave the groundwork of all of the activity that these YouTubers are involved in. Now, let's listen to his video so that we can pretty much know the truth. And again, shout out to everybody coming in. You know, salute to everybody that's in the building. Appreciate everybody stopping by. We got to get to work, guys. Very, very important video. Very, very important, guys. Very, very important. We got to examine this video. This video is a very dangerous video, and we have to debunk everything in it because what he attempted to do is defame my character. Ever since the Ashlee Jenae case, I've been 100% truthful with the viewers. I've been fair, balanced. I've been fighting for Ashlee's justice from the beginning. What this man attempted to do in his video is smear my name, making me appear to be a person who's in competition, made me appear to be a person that don't like women, a person that is attacking women, a person that is dishonest. That's what he was trying to do in his video. So again, let's set this thing up, make sure the volume is right, everything is good. Let's listen to what he got to say, guys. Commentary and criticism, fair use. Ringo TV reactions. Let's go.
And everyone, today again, we'll be covering another episode of the Ashlee Jenae's case. By now, everybody should be up to speed with what happened to Ashlee in Zanzibar and where we are now in terms of her, I would have said, fake fiancé, Joe McCann. People, there has been a lot of cover up. There has been a lot of cover up throughout all of this, guys. And a lot has been coming to light. And I have to applaud every single one of these influencers out here, bloggers, analysts, whatever you may call yourself. If you are out here and you're putting in the work, trying to get justice for this little young girl.
I don't like the fact that he addressed Ashlee as this little young girl. Ashlee is a grown woman. She's not a little girl. When YouTubers do that, because I see Fumi been doing the same thing. She's referring to Ashlee as a girl, not a woman. What that does, it plants a seed in your mind like she's a child. It don't make no sense. She's a grown woman, 31. That's not a little girl, guys. You see? This man here is calling Ashlee a girl. That's disrespectful. She's a grown woman.
She was a very young girl with promising future.
What do you mean she had a promising future? You don't know that. You don't even know her. What he's doing there is called manipulation. It's when you manipulate the mind of the viewer to make it seem like you know so much about her, she had a promising future. First of all, Ashlee was already successful. What are you talking about? Promising future. She was already successful. She already was on her purpose. Do you understand that? What do you mean promising future? She already was living her best life. Think about that.
Joy Jacobs, love and blessing. No, I don't forget you guys. I don't forget you. She was a very young girl with a promising future ahead of her. You know? She was a leader. She had a following. Females look up to her.
Do you see how he's talking? All of this is fake. Females look up to her. She was a leader. She was this. All Ashlee did was post photos. She wasn't leading women. She ain't have a podcast. Do you understand? Everything he's saying here is nothing but lies. Fake. Fake love, fake adoration, just fake praise. Everything is fake. In order to win the heart of all female listeners.
She was an influencer.
In what? What do you call her? A what?
She was an influencer.
Influencer? No. That's not how you pronounce that word, buddy. This is the guy you listening to. Okay. This is crazy. Let's go.
Look up to her. She was an influencer that carries a bit of weight. She may like what she like, but I think everyone has the right to choose how they approach life when you become an adult.
But you called her a girl. Now you say she an adult? Which one is it?
She was a grown woman.
Now she's a grown woman, but you was calling her a girl.
Whether she like a white man, a black man, a yellow man, a purple man, or a pink man, that was her choice. Whatever makes her happy. She has been bashed for many different reasons she don't respect black man, she don't this, she don't that. But could we say the same about a black man who is with a white woman?
Again, his tactics is pandering. What he's doing is pandering to women at this point. He's love bombing, fake love. Now he's pandering towards women by comparing what black men do to what Ashlee's doing. None of this stuff is relevant to the case of Ashlee Jenae. I don't even know why he's wasting his time doing this. It's creating confusion.
Could we say the same? No. There is a particular thing I want to address before I get into this video. Any of you guys recognize this YouTuber? I think they call him Ringo TV Reaction.
Now, if he would have never mentioned me, I would have never mentioned him. Bad mistake, buddy. You should have never mentioned me. But being that you did, now we're going to mention you. And we're going to talk about you now. And all the viewers are going to know about your connection with Fumi and these dishonest practices. Because you yourself are guilty of the same thing. And when you see this, this is what you call smear campaign. Someone who's been monitoring me to the point where he's introducing me to his audience as if though I'm a villain. Not Joe McCann. Ringo TV. Ringo TV is the bad guy. Not Joe McCann. Ringo TV. You know why? Because Ringo TV, which is me, I already cracked the case with Ashlee Jenae. And all these other YouTubers are jealous and they're mad about that. But listen to what he's going to say here. Watch this, guys.
Let me bring it up closer to you guys so you can see it. His name is Ringo TV Reaction. The real reason why I brought up this gentleman in this matter today.
Now, I'm not a gentleman. Far from gentle. I don't know if any of you know, when you're called a gentleman, that's actually an insult. Do your research on the word gentleman.
It's because of the negativity and the segregation that he's trying to bring.
Negativity and segregation, he accused me of. What? Negativity, segregation. What? Negativity. He's accusing me of bringing negativity and segregation. Those are strong allegations. How can I bring segregation? How? How do I do that? How could I bring segregation? How do I do that? That don't even make sense. Let's listen some more.
Into the Ashlee Jenae's case.
No, I'm not bringing segregation. I'm dividing truth from lies, not segregation. Truth from lies. This man lies. Fumi lies. Sheba lies. Somali Queen lies. All these other people, Trent lies. All of these people have been lying. I'm dividing truth from lies. All of you YouTubers been lying about the Ashlee Jenae case this whole time. And I called you out. And now, for some reason, this guy decides to make me the center of attention. And this is why I keep telling you guys, this is why the Ashlee Jenae case is being compromised right now. Because of dishonest behavior. Now, in the beginning of this live stream, I showed you guys exactly what's going on in terms of what these YouTubers are doing and what they're encouraging. Listen to what he's saying now.
This man has been attacking almost every single female who has been speaking out.
Attacking females? This is strong words. Attacking? No. Refuting and calling out lies. That's not attacking. But do you see what he's doing? Think about this, guys. Ashlee was murdered. We know Joe McCann is a suspect. This man is accusing me of attacking women. Psychologically speaking, what do you think that does to women? It makes women think that I'm beating women, that I'm hurting women, just like Ashlee was hurt. That's what he's doing. And here's another thing. Watch this. He claims that he's Jamaican. What I've learned, ladies and gentlemen, is the spirit of people learn how to connect with others who have the same spirit. In Jamaica, right, you have a lot of people who are African. And they're in Jamaica. A father, a mother. And because of this connection, that's why he's speaking. His blood is speaking out of him. Just because he have a little accent, that don't mean nothing. He's only doing what his blood is telling him to do. Because he saw how I called out. That's why he said segregation. Because the truth is, he feel discriminated against. He feel like somebody's attacking his group. Do you see that? This man have an African parent. He can't fool me. I can read people. That's why he's expressing his hate. It's coming. Look at it on him. Look at his countenance. You can see it. It's on him. Let's continue. Hit the like button, guys.
For justice for Ashlee Jenae.
Now let's rewind it back. He said that I'm attacking women who are seeking justice for Ashlee Jenae. Number one, Fumi is not seeking justice for Ashlee Jenae. Fumi is just focused on making money. I've already proven to you guys throughout countless videos, these YouTubers are lying about Ashlee Jenae. They've been lying about everything. They've been telling you that they have secret sources in Africa speaking to them. They've been having callers call up saying that, oh, 10 people were arrested. That's a lie. All of this stuff is lies. They said that Joe McCann was in Africa cheating with multiple women. That's a lie. There's no official story saying this stuff. It's just nothing but lies. They told you that, oh, Ashlee was in the room hanging upside down with her feet kicking up in the air. Lies. All of it is lies. And they do this every time they upload a video to sensationalize the story, to make it more dramatic in order to keep you tuned in. And I pretty much called these YouTubers out on their lies. And rather than them just own up to it and come into the public and repent and do the right thing, stop being dishonest, instead they send this guy thinking that he's going to do some sort of a smear campaign against Ringo TV. Now, that's not going to work, buddy. Because at the beginning of this video, I showed all the dishonest behavior of you guys. And now I'm reacting to your video. And when I'm done, a lot of people are going to know who you are and they're not going to listen to you. Just like a lot of people are not listening to Fumi. And it's because of this type of dishonest behavior. Let's listen again, guys. Let's get back to the content. Hit the like button.
This man has been attacking almost every single female who has been speaking out for justice.
Every single female? Who? The only videos I've made about any woman has been Fumi and Sheba. That's it. He said every single female. That's a lot of women. That's a lie.
For Ashlee Jenae. He's going out there and he's actually telling people, do not listen to them.
Right. Don't listen to them. That's right. Don't listen to them. Because they're lying. And I've already proven it. And see, he's making it seem like I'm just talking about women. I'm talking about men too. But he focused on women. Because again, it's a smear campaign. And he wants women to be upset. Remember, women are emotional. So if you can make women believe that they're in danger of some monster named Ringo TV who's attacking women, oh, it'll infuriate women. But he's not telling them, oh, Ringo TV is actually talking about him too. And I'm talking about Trent. Unless you guys are women, I don't know. Maybe you're women too. I don't know. But be honest with the people. I react to men and I react to women. Be honest. Let's go. And it's not an attack. It's being honest. See, when people are dishonest and you correct their error, they call that you're attacking someone. I'm not attacking anyone. I'm correcting everyone. They don't like correction because they want money.
They are all liars. They don't care about Ashlee Jenae.
They don't.
They're all doing this for the money on YouTube.
That's exactly what they're doing it for the money on YouTube. None of them care about Ashlee Jenae, including him.
They're all doing, and I'm like, whoa. And you know what the funny thing? He's picking on two of the females who have been doing tremendous work.
None of them been doing any work. They've been lying, and I've proven that. Ringo TV have been doing all the work, and I've already solved the case. Already did. None of these women, Fumi nor Sheba, have done any work in regards to the Ashlee Jenae case. They've been giving you guys stories that they made up, phone calls that they made up, guest speakers that are liars. Nothing verified. Nothing coming from the mainstream media. Nothing coming from the family. Nothing coming from an actual source that is public knowledge. All lies. And I've been speaking against these entities in hopes that the YouTube viewer don't get deceived.
In this Ashlee Jenae's case, Femi and Queen Sheba.
Femi, listen, Femi do not provide content. She repeats what other people say. Anytime she do a video, she repeat what someone else said. She don't bring you nothing that's original. She have not said anything to this case till this day that you could look at and be like, wow, she solved the case, or wow, she's really working hard. No, she's been compromising the case. She's been adding disvalue. She's been causing more harm to the case. And these are the things that I've called out so that the videos that people been watching and believing is in support of Ashlee, they're not in support of Ashlee. Those videos that have been coming from these entities, it's been for them in order to maximize profits. They don't really care about Ashlee Jenae. Half of them don't even care about any of the stories they talk about. For them, it's just another day to make some money. and all of these things. I'm trying to bring the YouTube community so you guys are educated about this, because when it comes to investigative news reporting, people that are doing journalistic work, you got to be the kind of person that's honest, number one. You have to do your research, and you have to really care. If you don't care about the story, it's going to reflect in your work, and people are going to see you're not doing it from the heart. You're doing it for a click and a view. Half of these YouTubers, when you see them go and publish a video, it's boring. It's lazy work. When they talk, you could tell their heart is not in it. They regurgitate what they heard someone else say. All you see Fumi doing is promoting this guy, promoting Trent, promoting Sheba. She promotes everybody. She never mentions Ringo TV. Why? Because Ringo TV is the one that's doing the work. And a lot of these YouTubers are piggybacking off of the things that I said. I was the first one who told you guys that Joe McCann and Ashlee was never separated from their rooms. Guess what? That very video was one of the videos that Fumi flagged with a false copyright claim to try to erase history as if though I never said nothing. So now when you viewers come to my platform and you're watching these videos, you're like, Ringo, where's the video where you said that Fumi, not Fumi, excuse me, that Joe and Ashlee wasn't in the same room? I don't see the video. Of course you don't, because Fumi flagged the video with a false copyright claim and YouTube deleted the video. 3 of my videos she flagged falsely. You go to this guy's channel, in his description, it talks about disclaimer for fair use, right? Which means he reacts to videos, right? And you would think that Fumi would know and understand fair use law, but obviously she don't. She don't care, because she believed that she's above criticism, meaning you can't talk about her. If you do, we flag your videos for false copyright claims. Now, if Fumi was really in this work to bring justice to Ashlee, why would she be flagging my videos falsely? That's dishonest behavior. That means she's trying to silence me. She was trying to erase me from YouTube. That's called evil. That's not good. Do you understand? He's telling you and talking to you as if Fumi and these other entities are good people that care about Ashlee. No, they don't. I want you viewers to understand that. Always judge the tree by the fruit. Anyone reporting someone because they're doing a reaction video or sharing commentary about them, and they reporting them, trying to shut them down, that person is a dishonest person. Nobody should be watching that person, because they're trying to silence voices. That's the equivalent of trying to silence Ashlee Jenae. Ashlee Jenae was silenced by Joe. Joe silenced her. Joe turned off her life. And these people want you to believe that they're really here for Ashlee? No, they're not.
He singled them out. Because what? They have been doing the work.
No, none of them been doing the work. They're working together to piggyback off of one another to make money. That's what they're doing. They're working together, spreading the same lies, spreading the same misinformation in hopes to keep the views coming in. Fumi's views concerning Ashlee Jenae has dropped. They're not going up the way they were. You know why? Because I'm speaking the truth. And because I'm speaking the truth, it's affecting their bottom line, which is money. If there was no money to be made, they wouldn't be talking about Ashlee Jenae. They won't. It's all about money, and it always been.
They have been getting the information. They are breaking the news. Now he's telling people not to listen to them.
They haven't been breaking any news. YouTubers are not in Africa to break news. YouTubers can only get news from the news media. And till this day, the only news that we got about Ashlee Jenae from the news media was the fact that she unalived herself. That's it. That's all we got. But what we've been seeing on YouTube is an influx of content creators talking about they got a source in Africa who's talking to them. We got a source in Africa telling us this. We got a source in Africa telling us that. All of that is a lie. Because if they got a source in Africa telling them this and telling them that, how come these YouTubers are not telling this information to Ashlee and Jenae's parents? Instead, they're making content in order to make money. They're not talking to the FBI. They're not talking to the embassy and say, hey, I got somebody from Africa that's giving me very good information. We need to investigate the hotel and we need to. They're not doing that. They want to keep you interested in their content by making you believe that they got a special source in Africa. And what that does, because of this lie, because of this grift, it separates them from other YouTubers. In other words, why listen to Ringo TV when you could listen to Jay? Because he got a source in Africa communicating with him. But what you really don't know is there is no source in Africa. He just made that up to make content. And the thing about it is he can make up new videos every single day and act like he's getting information. But if these YouTubers was really getting this information from Africa, why all these YouTubers aren't directing that information to Ashlee's parents? Why they're not contacting local authorities? Why they're not contacting the FBI and saying, hey, I got people contacting me from Africa saying they're a witness to a crime. And I want to make sure that you guys know what's going on because we need justice for Ashlee. They're not doing this because they don't care. It's all about money.
They are all liars.
Yeah, liars.
His complaint is that.
What is my complaint? Because here's more lies. He's going to say this is my complaint. No. He's going to say that my complaint is that they're stealing my talking points. He called it creativity. I don't know why he said that. I talked about content creators stealing my talking points. Talking points. But that's not my complaint. My complaint is that these YouTubers are lying. They're manipulating the viewers, gaslighting the viewers in order to keep you coming back, listening to more lies.
They are stealing his content. His complaint is that they are stealing his content. They are stealing his creative ideas.
That's a lie.
And when I sit down and I listen to this man, I'm like, is this man on something? Is he okay?
Notice, is he okay? In other words, do Ringo got mental health issues? I never said anything about somebody stealing my creative ideas. I never said anything about anybody stealing anything that's creative. Never did. He's making this stuff up as he goes. And his audience believe it because they trust him. But these are all lies. And this is what I mean about dishonest activity.
How could you be talking about creative idea in a case where a young girl lost her life?
In other words, what he's doing here is making it look like I'm more focused on creativity rather than focusing on the case. In other words, you made this all about you and not Ashlee. So what that's designed to do is smear your name so the viewer think that you're not taking the case serious. All the viewer got to do is just look at my content. I provided the best information on YouTube thus far. The best. These YouTubers are not providing anything. All they're doing is gossiping, making up stories, having fake phone calls. You don't see me doing none of that stuff. You don't see me have any fake phone calls from Africa. You don't see me talking about, oh, somebody sent me an email and let me read this email that my source sent me. I'm not making up stories for clicks and views. I'm just doing my own research. And I'll speak for hours and talk for days. These people, they're just making up stuff as they go. And right now, he's attempting to run a smear campaign. Why? Out of jealousy, guys. Jealousy. Jealousy is a very serious cancer, especially on YouTube. It's one of the worst, you know? But let's get back to the content. Hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button. You got 236 in the building, only 126 likes. You guys got to do better. If you're here and you're here to rock with the platform and support the work, what's the hold up with the likes? Let's get the likes up. That's how YouTube push the videos. Let's go.
Under questionable circumstances. What kind of creative idea? We need, you come with evidence, not creative ideas. You come with evidence to help us solve the case.
Case is already solved already. I already did. You guys haven't solved anything. You guys are piggybacking off of one another, and you're compromising Ashlee's justice because you've been lying the whole time. I've been unique throughout this entire investigation. I don't use nobody's talking points. Everything that I talk about is 100% authentic, commentary and criticism. Everything that I do is my own research. I don't copy nobody. Anytime Fumi posts a video, she's repeating what somebody said. She's not telling you what she thought of. She's not telling you what came to her mind. She's not breaking down anything that she's thinking of. She's telling you what someone told her, or she's telling you what Trent said, or she's telling you what this guy said, or she's telling you what Sheba says, or she's telling you what a Somali queen said. She's not saying anything that's coming from her. And that's the problem.
There are times in the case where people get information from confidential source. He's telling people it's a lie.
It is a lie. Confidential source? What confidential source you got? What are you talking about? Did you give your confidential source to Ashlee's parents? Up to now, did your confidential source solve the case? Did your confidential source show any proof? No. Is your confidential source giving that information to the police? No. So your confidential source is garbage. It's not solving nothing because it's a lie and none of it can be verified. If you have a source, it's supposed to be public information, not something that's quiet between you and the source. How do you know your source is telling you some sort of truth? How could people in Africa that speak Swahili, why would they be communicating with YouTubers? And why is it that these Africans that speak Swahili is only communicating with this group and nobody else? Make it make sense. Why is it that this group that includes him, Trend, Sheba, Swahili Queen, or what is that? Somali Queen, Fumi, that group of grifters. For some reason, people in Africa that don't speak English, they speak Swahili, decide they're going to contact all these people. How? How is it that all of you are fortunate enough to be contacted by people in Africa, but those people in Africa that got all this information are not contacting the police? They're not contacting the U.S. Embassy. They're not contacting the embassy in Africa. They're not contacting Ashlee's parents. They're contacting YouTubers. And you want to believe what this guy is saying?
They don't have any source in Zanzibar to get any information. And we are talking about Africans
that speak Swahili. They don't speak English. Why would they be contacting you guys? And you guys ain't even paying them? So let me get this straight. People in Africa is contacting people in the United States and people in other parts of the globe and giving y'all free information, but they didn't get paid? They didn't make no money? No arrests been made? When I tell you guys, these people are actors, bad actors. And what they don't like is the fact that I'm calling out the grift. I'm calling out how they're able to hustle the viewers so that they get your viewership, they get your engagement, and in the end, they get that YouTube check. Let's go.
He's not African.
I'm not.
And this is why I start to think that
Let's hear what he starts to think.
something is wrong with this man.
Something's wrong with this man. There's nothing wrong with me. What's wrong with him is that he don't like the truth. And he don't like the fact that I'm interfering with their grift. What he want is for me to join in. In other words, let's join in and let's all lie together so that we could get the engagement from all the viewers, make all the money, and keep lying and lying and lying about Ashlee Jenae. I haven't been dishonest till this day. I've been keeping it 100 with the people, because one thing you don't want to do is lie to your viewers.
I don't know why I pounced upon this video. Why I did.
No, you came upon my video because you was looking for content and you were trying to steal the information that I was bringing out. Because I'm the only authentic YouTuber that been covering this case. I'm the only one that been 100% using my own brain to put together the puzzle. And you guys are mad about that. Let's go.
He's actually telling people that none of these YouTubers or none of these women from a different race.
Why is he talking about from a different race? Who cares? I'm speaking on the lies that they're speaking of. None of them are speaking the truth, and that's a fact.
Actually cares about any woman power in America or anything like that. And furthermore, they do not care.
Well, actually, you're incorrect. I said that Fumi don't care about Black American women. Fumi, she don't. That's what I said. But he's telling you that I'm saying that about everybody. That's a lie. I said Fumi don't care about American Black women. She don't care about them. Trust and believe me, she don't. Let's go.
About Ashlee. And I'm like, whoa. And why I have to come out on this? It's a man who is
Notice, he said it's a man that's doing this.
going after women.
He said it's a man that's going after women. So now he's making it look like I'm targeting women. Do you see how he's playing it? Now remember, Ashlee was murdered. Joe McCann, suspect. Ashlee murdered. Joe McCann, suspect. Ringo TV. Oh, he's going after women. Now I'm a murderer now. Do you see what he's doing? That's what he's doing, guys. Psychologically programming women to think that I am trying to harm women. That's what he's doing. That's what he's doing. Ain't that crazy? Listen to it again. Listen.
And why I have to come out on this? It's a man who is going after women. We are on a case where we are surmising that a man may have unalive his girlfriend. And here we are, a man going after women who are defending the female who is now deceased.
Do you see what he just did? Do you see what he's doing? He's trying to paint me in a negative way as if I'm Joe McCann. That's what he's basically trying to do. But that's not going to work. Because if anybody actually take the time to listen to my content, they would know that I am 100% authentic. You can see it in my voice. You can hear it in my voice. You can see it in my eyes. You can see it in my countenance. You can see it in the way I do my videos, the professionalism. Everything in my videos is 100% authentic. These particular YouTubers are fake. They're not real. They're good actors. They act in front of you and they grift, they lie, they manipulate. But the grift can only last but for a short time. Eventually you get tired. Eventually people get tired of lying and then they get caught in their lies.
I am puzzled. I honestly think something is wrong with this man who they call Ringo TV Reaction.
He's actually jealous, guys. He's actually jealous. I mean, when you listen to him, you could tell that he's a monitoring spirit. He's been monitoring my content because it's like he been watching in the clouds, listening, seeing how I move, and he admired me. And normally when people admire you and you're good at what you do, they get jealous of you. They want to replace you. And if you really think about it, I already solved the case. I already solved the case with Ashlee Jenae, to be honest with you. And up to now, none of these YouTubers, you don't see them mention Ringo TV. You don't see them do that because they want you to think I don't exist. But the truth is, they're all watching me. And they're learning. And they're trying to piggyback off of the things that I talk about in hopes to keep their platforms interesting. When really, they're just sitting in the clouds watching, learning, trying to see how they can twist the things that I already talk about. Again, go look at the last live stream I did, right? And then go watch Fumi's newest video that she uploaded. You're gonna be shaking your head because you're gonna be like, yo, she's literally repeating you. She's literally repeating everything you did. Everything you talk, she's repeating it, but then she added in her own lies into the mix. And what that does, it destroys Ashlee's justice, man, because it's like you're saying things that is like right now she's saying that Joe McCann had a life insurance policy on Ashlee. And she said it's like it's a fact. Where do you get that from? I mean, it's one thing to speculate, but don't say it like you know it's like it's true. And people in the comments like, wow, he had an insurance policy on her? I can't believe that. Oh my goodness. And in her video, she was telling people that, you know, it's okay to bribe people. That's what she was telling people. Telling this to viewers. That's crazy. You can't be publishing that type of poison on YouTube. That goes against guidelines. It's wrong. It's unethical. Dishonest behavior is not tolerated on YouTube. She's telling Ashlee's parents to use the GoFundMe money to bribe people. That's wrong, guys. We cannot support dishonest behavior. I don't know what type of viewer would sit here and condone that type of behavior. Bribing anyone is wrong. That's not how we do things. There's a legal process in how things are done.
People is stealing his ideas.
I never said anything about somebody stealing my ideas. You guys are copying my talking points, copying my investigation. Do your own research. You know? Is it that hard for you guys to understand? I mean, my intellectual properties is mine. It's my research. If we're in college, guys, and I do a paper and there's an exam and I have my work that I've done, you shouldn't be copying the work that I've done. You supposed to do your own. You get what I'm saying? Do your own. Everybody should have their own twists. But if you're trying to take what I've already did and you're not even citing your sources by saying, hey, you know, shout out to Ringo TV. He did a video the other day and he said that Ashlee Jenae and you know, Joe, they weren't in the same room. I want to do a reaction video to what he said. And you're playing my video. That's one thing. But to take the things that I said and then remanufacture it and make it look like you did it, that's crazy. And that's what Sheba did. Sheba made a video the next day when I made a video teaching that based on my research, based on the timeline, based on all the stories that we had about Joe McCann and Ashlee, that it's virtually impossible for them to have separated them into different rooms. Virtually impossible. Mathematically impossible. And when I put this information out, the very next day, Sheba comes out with a video claiming that somebody from Africa contacted her and told her that Ashlee and Joe was in the same room the whole time, that they were never separated. And I'm like, I just said this yesterday. So how all of a sudden somebody from Africa called you? And then once I did that, Fumi comes and reports my video, which is the very same video, so that it could be erased, so it could look like I never said these things. So it looked like if Sheba did all this great research and work, when really, that's my research. And the reason why this guy is talking is because he's a part of that grift. He's a part of that club. Let's get back to the content, guys.
India, everywhere you go on a case, there is always somebody like that. Always. Everybody's unified.
He said everybody is unified. You heard that? He said everybody is unified. I told you they're working together, guys. They're working together. I don't know none of these people, and I don't work with nobody. I work by myself. I don't work with nobody. I've learned a long time ago not to trust YouTubers. This guy just said they're all unified. That's what he says. Unified. And for what? Making money.
Everybody's unified. Same goal, same mission, looking for the same result. That whatever happened to Ashlee, it may come to light and the perpetrators be sent to prison. But no, instead of him trying to solve the case, he is attacking the who are fighting in the corner of Ashlee.
He said instead of him solving the case, he's busy attacking the people who are fighting for Ashlee's justice. When I tell you guys, this man is a clown. Like literally a clown. Because I'm the one who's been fighting for Ashlee's justice the whole time. Diligently. You understand? And in the process of fighting for Ashlee's justice, I also got to debunk the lies. Because you viewers been listening to people that have been lying to you the whole time. Some of y'all are catching on. Some of y'all are realizing that a lot of these things are lies and it's all coming to pass. Like, for example, one of the lies they published, they said the hotel is closing down. This is another lie. Matter of fact, put a 1 in the chat, guys, if you heard from one of these YouTubers that the hotel in Zanzibar is closing down because of all the backlash with the Ashlee Jenae case. Because this is one of the other lies that they publish. All of these things is lies. They tell you these things because it sounds spicy. It makes the story juicy. It's a lie. No hotel is closing down. No hotel is closing down.
Let that make sense. He's attacking all these females.
He said, I'm attacking all these females. Again, anytime a man say another man is attacking females, women look at that in the context of violence, physical abuse. That's how they see that. I'm not attacking anyone. I am reacting to videos, debunking lies. If you feel attacked, it's because you're guilty of something. Just that simple.
Attacking all these African females.
Notice African females now. It's because he's African, guys. He could tell you he's Jamaican all he wants. That man is African. Trust and believe me. That man is not Jamaican. No. I don't care about his accent. I don't care if he could tell you whatever he wants. He's African. Let's go.
And all these things. One of the female made a statement and said,
What's this?
That money can bribe people in Zanzibar. She's not lying. And he's saying to hear that from an African person, that says a lot. And where the female is telling the family to use the money to bribe people to get results. What is wrong with that? Isn't Joe in Zanzibar spending money and getting things covered up? Isn't Joe Macan in Zanzibar, spending loads of money, getting people to tell lie for him, getting people to say where they were and they weren't there. Don't you think it's money bribing people why there is not yet any autopsy report in the hands of the family? Don't you think it's money that's involved that bribe people to get hotel worker to say that they were at this place when they weren't there? So what you're talking about? So if the family got the money to go to Zanzibar, what if they had someone who say, I know everything that happened, but I'm not going to talk unless I get X amount of money? Why would you not give it to them?
Boom. Why are you listening to this guy? Do you see what he's encouraging? Bribing people, just like Fumi de la Void. From his own mouth, he's teaching people that it's okay to bribe people in Africa to get results. Everything he's saying goes against YouTube's community guidelines. Your channel could be gone for this very thing. We at Ringo TV do not condone dishonest behavior, illegal behavior, illegal activity. We don't condone bribing people. We don't condone going overseas to pay off people in order to get information from this person and that. We don't condone that. But this guy, he do. And he's doing this on his YouTube platform, publicly saying that it's a good thing to do. And it's criminal. Anybody that is okay with bribing people is a criminal. You're indulging in dishonest behavior. Let's rewind the whole thing back so you can hear in full context. This man is in agreement with what Fumi said. And this is why I said you shouldn't be listening to these people because they promote dishonest behavior. Dishonest. They promote criminal behavior. You can get arrested and spend years in prison for this.
To get hotel worker to...
Watch this. Let me rewind it back. Let's go.
Isn't Joe in Zanzibar spending money?
Hold on. Let me wind it back some more.
Everywhere you go on a case, there is always somebody like that. Always. Everybody's uniform.
The reason why the video don't have a bunch of likes is because a lot of the people that are viewing are from their club. A lot of the people that are in the clouds that are viewing, they follow him, they follow Fumi, and it's like they're still deciding. They're still on the fence. They're hearing and they're still deciding. What you're hearing from this man is he's promoting illegal activity. Listen to what, let me do this before we hear him. Let me read this because some of you probably didn't see it. Let me put this out there, right? Watch this. Yes, bribing foreign officials or individuals in an attempt to subvert, influence, or gather private information regarding a death overseas can subject a U.S. citizen to severe criminal prosecution under both U.S. and local African jurisdiction. Foreign Corrupt Practices Act, FCPA, the primary U.S. law regarding overseas bribery. While it primarily targets bribery used to gain a business advantage, it carries broad restrictions against illegally compensating foreign government officials or using intermediaries to secure improper advantages. Foreign Extortion Prevention Act, FEPA, bribing a foreign official to do your bidding goes both ways. The U.S. Foreign Extortion Prevention Act, FEPA, actively outlaws foreign officials from demanding bribes. while making U.S. citizens vulnerable to prosecution for illicitly offering or providing such corrupt payments. Local jurisdictions in Africa. Local law violations. If a U.S. citizen travels to an African country or commits the crime there, they are subject to the country's penal code, bribing public officials such as a police officer, coroners, or prosecutors to tamper with death investigations is a serious felony in virtually every African jurisdiction, often carrying severe prison time. If the U.S. citizen flees back to the United States, they could be extradited back to African nation to face trial, assuming an extradition treaty exists in the USA. So now watch this. If you guys are listening to that guy, by him saying that it's okay to bribe people overseas, by listening to Fumi de la Void, you will be in a prison cell. Now, that being said, after we just heard that, guys, let's listen back to what he had to say. Let's listen back to what he had to say. Let's go.
Same goal, same mission, looking for the same result. That whatever happened to Ashlee, it may come to light and the perpetrators be sent to prison. But no, instead of him trying to solve the case, he is attacking the who are fighting in the corner of Ashlee.
None of these people are fighting in the corner of Ashlee. They're trying to get us in the United States to commit international crimes. That's what they're trying to do.
Let that make sense. He's attacking all these females. Attacking all these African females.
He said, I'm attacking all of these African females. Who? Attacking? I ain't attacking anyone. I ain't physically harmed that one woman. I have 4 daughters. I'm a father of 4 girls. I'm a girl dad. He's trying to make it seem like I got a problem with women. That's not going to work, buddy. It never do. Ringo TV always debunk liars.
All these things. One of the female made a statement and said,
here we go. Now, you heard what I just read about the laws, the crimes, and various other things in regards to bribing people, right? Okay, listen to what this YouTuber published on his YouTube platform, which violates YouTube's terms of service. Watch this.
That money can bribe people in Zanzibar.
That's what Fumi de la Void says, right? I'm not saying that what she said is a lie. What I'm saying is, if that's happening in Africa, that you gotta bribe people to get what you want, I don't trust nothing over there. Because that means you're never gonna get the truth if you gotta go that route. Right? Now watch what he do here.
Not lying. And he's saying to hear that from an African person, that says a lot.
It says a lot. To hear it from an African woman who's speaking on what goes down in Africa in terms of the corruption, that you gotta bribe people, and that bribing people is a normal practice, and that came from Fumi, who is African, that says a lot. It says a lot. Not only that, you had another woman named Somali Queen, who was on Sheba's broadcast. She said the same thing. She said she do not trust the justice system in Africa because it's nothing but corruption. She said that the white man is worshipped as God. Fumi said this on her platform. She said white men are worshipped like God in Africa. You gonna tell me that don't say a lot? That says a lot. Let's go.
And where the female is telling the family to use the money to bribe people to get results. What is wrong with that?
He don't think it's wrong. He said, what is wrong with that? Are you getting this? I just showed you that it is wrong. It's dishonest to bribe people overseas and to pay off officers, coroners, elected officials. It's wrong. This man is saying it's not. Listen to what he said, guys. We're going to show the world that you're a dishonest human being. Let's go.
And he's saying to hear that from an African person, that says a lot. And where the female is telling the family to use the money to bribe people to get results. What is wrong with that?
Wow.
Isn't Joe in Zanzibar spending money?
So in other words, if Joe is in Zanzibar bribing people, then it's okay if the family bribe people too. That's basically what he's saying, guys. That's crazy. You guys following this? Wow. This compromises Ashlee's justice, because if these people claim they're fighting for Ashlee's justice and they're all in support of dishonest behavior, I'm not in support of that, guys.
And getting things covered up. Isn't Joe McCann in Zanzibar spending loads of money, getting people to tell lie for him?
We don't know that. We don't know if Joe McCann is using money to bribe anybody. That is an assumption. We can speculate, but we don't have no proof. You're saying that Joe is doing that. You're saying it like it's a fact. And you're saying that as if though, well, if Joe is doing it, then why can't Ashlee's family do it? And you telling me that this guy is fighting for Ashlee's justice? No, he's not. He's going to end up making Ashlee's mother and father get arrested for bribery and get felonies and serve time in a prison in Africa. That's what's going to end up happening.
People to say where they were and they weren't there. Don't you think it's money bribing people why there is not yet any autopsy report in the hands of the family?
So in his mind, he believed that somebody's bribing the people in Africa to prevent them from giving the family an autopsy. That's what he believes. So in his mind, the family should take their money to bribe people too. Listen, you can't bribe somebody to tell you the truth. When you bribe somebody, it's normally for someone to lie for you, not for someone to give you the truth. No one ever bribes somebody to give the truth. It's always to lie, to cover up something. You understand? Do you see the difference? So this man is promoting dishonest behavior. I'm trying to teach the YouTube community that what he's teaching here, it goes against YouTube's community guidelines. It also goes against international laws and various other situations. This is wrong.
Don't you think it's money that's involved that bribe people to get hotel worker to say that they were at this place when they weren't there? So what you're talking about? So if the family got the money to go to Zanzibar, what if they had someone who say, I know everything that happened, but I'm not going to talk unless I get X amount of money? Why would you not give it to them?
Wow, bro. Wow. So if somebody in Africa says, I got X amount of information on what's going on, but I'm not going to give you the information unless you give me some money, you going to pay them? You a fool. I ain't paying nobody. And that's proof that all these YouTubers that claim that they got a source in Africa, why those sources in Africa is giving them all this information and they ain't getting no money. If it's all about paying for information. How come all these YouTubers are claiming that somebody in Africa is talking to them about what's going on, and yet these YouTubers didn't give them no money? So they got information for free? No, it's all a lie.
Would you be able to get that information otherwise?
This guy is a joke.
It shows you how shallow-minded some people are.
He's saying I'm shallow-minded, but yet this man is literally promoting dishonest behavior. He's basically saying that it's okay to bribe people. And he called me having a shallow mind because I don't want to agree with doing this evil. I'm in America. I'll get in trouble doing what this man is doing. He could get in trouble right now on YouTube just for what he said. What he said, his platform will be gone. Just like that. Because YouTube don't play those kind of games. He's literally encouraging this, guys.
He's not out here for justice.
He said that I'm not out here for justice for Ashlee. Could you believe that? No, he's projecting. He's not out here for justice for Ashlee. Look what he said. He's saying that I'm not out here for justice with all the work that I've done.
He's not out here for justice for Ashlee. He's out here for a trophy.
He's jealous.
He's out here for a trophy. He's in a competition.
No, you're in a competition. And let me tell you, if you're trying to compete against me, you're in a losing battle. Because I'm real. You're fake. It's never going to work. The people will always recognize who's real. No matter how many fake handbags a woman wear, a real woman who got money, I'm talking about a real lady who live a certain lifestyle that a lot of people wish they could live. When she see that bag, she already know it's fake. A woman who have a lifestyle of having designer bags, and they know these bags. You know, some women, they into this type of stuff where they know the history of these bags. They could look at a woman wearing a fake one and be like, that's not the real one. How do you know? It looks good. That's not the real one. I got like 4 of them. I know it real from the fake. People recognize real when they see it. Fake people will always expose themselves the way he is. Do you understand?
Because if you are telling people not to listen to any blogger.
I didn't say not listen to any blogger. I never said that. I said don't listen to the ones that are lying. Like Trent, like Jayy, like Fumi, like Sheba, like Somali Queen. They're all liars. They've been misleading the viewers, and we cannot have that in the Ashlee Jenae investigation. You guys are promoting bribery. You're encouraging bribery. We don't do that here at Ringo TV Reactions. So we're going to nip that in the bud, and we're going to rebuke that and put a stop to that. We're going to regulate all of these things that you guys are doing that is dishonest, because that's compromising Ashlee's justice. A lot of viewers that watch these videos, they want to see justice for Ashlee. You're trying to get us in prison. You're trying to get us to destroy our lives and have our freedom taken away. And we're not tolerating that.
Any YouTuber out there who is talking about Ashlee Jenae only needs to listen to you. What do you know more than anybody else?
The truth. Because you guys don't know anything. You guys regurgitate what you hear, and you're not adding any sort of value or perspective in the case. That's the truth. Like, you guys are not intelligent when it comes to this case. Like, none of y'all really have any understanding of the timeline of events. Y'all haven't put the puzzles together like me. Throughout all my live streams, I've put the puzzle together. I've already cracked the case. I already showed details, receipts, testimonies, everything. I concluded that everybody is lying, including media is lying. People that are speaking for the family, they're liars. Even Ashlee Jenae's family is not even investigating their own daughter's death. The mother and father never publicly claimed that Joe McCann did it. They didn't even label him a suspect. The family never went to Africa. The family don't have Ashlee's cell phone. They're not even talking about it. The family is not on no mainstream media platforms. They're not doing interviews. They don't have a lawyer. They don't have an investigator. They have never taken a trip to Zanzibar yet. They don't have her cell phone. They don't have Ashlee's passport. They don't have the engagement ring, her luggage, her clothing, nothing. They're not even trying to get it. You understand? I've analyzed all the information in regards to this case and concluded that the family of Ashlee don't even care about her. And they're there allegedly working with Joe. Because the things that have been going on and transpiring, it looks like if the mother literally is trying to make Joe look like a decent guy right now. You understand? Because she got called out the other day by TMZ because she lied to the media. And then when she disrespected TMZ by not inviting them to the funeral, and basically not inviting them, but rejected them from the funeral, TMZ dropped the bomb on them, and Joe and his attorney brought out receipts proving that Ashlee Jenae's mother never called Joe on the phone, even though she had his number. But she made us believe that Joe McCann was avoiding their phone calls. That was a lie. They left Joe on red. Now, I believe Joe unalived Ashlee. Right is right, wrong is wrong. What we're not going to do is continually lie. The mother was caught lying. She was caught red-handed. So you would think that the mother and the father would have an attorney to speak for them. You would think that an attorney would have been doing a public statement by now from the family speaking. You would have think that the family would have an investigator. They don't got nothing. Then you got this YouTuber named Trent who came out of nowhere, and now he's being promoted heavy by Fumi Delavoid. It kind of make you wonder, who are these people and where they come from? Are they all from the same region? Are they kinfolk? Because Trent was not making no videos until the Ashlee Jenae case. Before that, he was covering the P. Diddy trial. And right after the P. Diddy trial, he went on a hiatus and disappeared from YouTube. As soon as Ashlee Jenae popped up, here he come back. Ashlee Jenae. Every single day. Ashlee Jenae. Right? And ever since I uncovered things about him, he haven't been online since. He been offline probably like 5-6 days. You know why? Because Ringo TV is calling out the grift, the liars, the manipulators. Trent told you that the family rejected ABC, TMZ, and any news media from the funeral. So why they allowed him? Because he's working with the family. He's working with the family. And we might end up seeing the family on an interview on Trent's platform. That might be in the works right now, in why you don't see him online. It's because he's trying to get an exclusive interview with the family, because he may have convinced the family to use him rather than TMZ and these news media and all this other stuff, not realizing that these YouTubers, they just want to make money. You know, they just want to make money. I don't want to interview none of these people. I don't want to interview the family. I don't want to interview none of these people. What these people supposed to be interviewed by is mainstream media. Mainstream. You know, they need to be on these mainstream talk shows where you have somebody that's interviewing them, asking real questions. That's not partial in judgment. You understand? Not no YouTuber. We could do reaction videos. We can offer our commentary once the official interview come out. Oh, yeah. But if you see Ashlee's parents on a YouTuber platform doing interviews, they working together. The interview is going to be partial in judgment. They're not going to say anything that the family, they're not going to say anything that goes against anything. They're not going to say, well, why did you lie? And every question is going to be in favor of the family. So it's not going to be a good interview at all. It's going to be fake. So if you see Trent comes out with a new interview, because he's the one that they're trying to set up, because ever since the Ashlee Jenae case, Fumi been promoting his platform. And he been getting all the views. Him and Fumi. And everybody been lying. They've been lying, guys, the whole time. All the information they've been putting out been filled with lies. They would mix the official story, but throw in some poison in there to manipulate the people, to make the story seem Interesting. Trent told you that Ashlee, the body wasn't even buried. So where's her body? I thought they did an autopsy already. Why they didn't bury her body, guys? Was her body even in the casket? Where's the mainstream media coverage of the funeral? So you mean to tell me no media was out there? No media. Not one news station says, hey, I'm at the funeral. This is Brandon Willington. I'm at the funeral with Ashlee Jenae's parents. In the building across the street, there is a church chapel. They're doing the ceremony right now. We're outside. Excuse me, ma'am. What do you got to say exactly about the Ashlee Jenae case? You don't see none of that. There's no media coverage. And this is harming Ashlee's justice. When you have no media coverage, the story starts to die. And when a story starts to die, right, content creators on YouTube begin to lie even more. Why? There's no stories, there's no news, there's no updates. So you're going to see them come out. Breaking news, update. You saw that with Fumi in her latest video. She said, breaking, Joe is getting ready to talk. That's a lie. What do you mean breaking? Breaking what? Ain't no breaking news. That's a lie. Joe never came out and said, I'm ready to talk. You had that other lady from Instagram who did a video who basically said she asked Joe, attorney, I guess, to have an interview with Joe McCann, and they didn't really respond to it. You understand? They never agreed to anything. So what do you mean Joe is ready to talk? All the attorney says is that Joe will have another public statement soon. But they're making it seem like something breaking news. And then with Fumi's video, she brought out that news lady from Instagram. She's late on her reporting. All she did is report what was already out there from TMZ. So she ain't even doing nothing. She ain't add no news perspective. She ain't give us no commentary, nothing. Because that woman is neutral. She ain't saying Joe did it. She ain't talking about the family. She's just neutral. She's not giving you no information. But here on Ringo TV, I break down everything. All these people are messing up Ashlee's justice. Because at the end of the day, if the family didn't publicly say that they believe Joe unalived their daughter, Ashlee's not getting no justice. And everybody's getting paid under the table. Because they're playing with this thing, guys. I've showed you nothing but good information throughout this entire live. Hit that like button. Let's go.
You were not in Zanzibar. You were not in the resort. You are not a friend of Joe. You are not a friend of Ashlee. So make it make sense. Where did you get your information from? You are not speaking to anybody. You did research. Are you telling me that you did research to find out what's going on with Ashlee? And
yeah. I use my brain. I already solved the case already. My videos don't lie. Look through my videos. My videos have nothing but accurate information. 100% beautiful breakdowns of this entire case. I ask the best questions. Nobody asks on YouTube. You understand? None of you guys have done a thorough job like me. None of you. None of you can even be compared to Ringo TV. You can't even be compared to me. I don't even know why you want to compete with me. Like, this is what I do. I am a professional at this work. I've been doing this from 2006. You guys are new. You guys just arrived. Who you fooling? Nice try, but no cigar.
That something happened. Wasn't that publicized out there in the media for you to know? But yet still, you are acting off information that's out there publicly. But you don't want anybody else to act off the information.
Do you see what he's doing here? He's acting like I don't want anybody to act off any information. It has nothing to do with this. What we're dealing with is these people are lying. These people are spreading lies and gossip. A lot of you viewers have been watching YouTubers that have been gossiping and spreading lies in regards to this case. And there got to come a point where you get tired of the lies. There got to come a time, guys, when you just you educate yourself enough about the Ashlee Jenae case to the point where you realize what's real from fake.
Someone came up and said they had information. Someone gave them information.
Nobody gave them information. That's a lie. If somebody gave a YouTuber information, why the YouTuber didn't go to the police? Why the person with the information didn't just go to the police? Why would they go to a YouTuber? Nobody should be coming to me. If you're in Africa and you know Joe did it, don't waste your time coming to me. Go to the police. Coming to me ain't doing anything because I don't believe nothing you say anyway because it's not confirmed. Go to the police with your info because I'm not publicizing your info because that's hearsay and gossip. I don't got time for that. Give your information to the FBI. Call the FBI and tell them what you know. Give them your name, your personal information, and just let them know you want to remain confidential. It is what it is. But give them the info. Don't give it to no YouTuber. Because anybody that you see who claim that they're working with a YouTuber, they're the source, they're communicating with them, it's a lie.
From a confidential source.
Confidential source.
They gave you what they have gotten from someone in Zanzibar, and you are telling the world that they are telling a lie.
They are telling a lie. They're telling a lie, 100%. I can tell you right now, any YouTuber that is telling you that they're getting information from Zanzibar for free is a liar. They speak Swahili. They don't speak English. How they communicating with you so effectively? It's a lie. And why don't they go to the local authorities? Why don't they go to Ashlee's parents? Why come to a YouTuber? Think about what I just said. Why go to a YouTuber? And why only them? Why all these Africans is going to that selected group and nobody else? Why they don't call the news media and give them the information? Because they're lying. They're making up all these lies and they don't like the fact that I'm exposing the grift.
They are the source who give them the information. You are telling them that they are telling a lie. Yeah. And they say based on the information the source said, they did not separate Ashlee and Joe Macan. You are claiming it that all these YouTubers are doing is following what you have said before.
Yeah, they are. Put a 1 in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Put a 1 in the chat if you heard me say this already. I've been talked about this. And then the next day, Sheba came online claiming that somebody from Africa told her that, oh, they never separated Joe and Ashlee from the room, that they stayed in the same room. I'm the one who told everybody this. I'm the one who publicized this. My research. And I didn't need nobody in Africa to tell me nothing. I did the math. I looked at the information. I looked at the story. And I said, it don't make sense. That man never left the room. He never left the room. That was a made-up story. And when I publicized that, Sheba come with a fake story talking about she received word from Africa. How convenient. The next day she said this. And you took the same lie that Sheba put out. You took the same lie. Fumi took the same lie. Trent took the same lie. Everybody took the same lie that Sheba put out there that she got from me. That's right. That's my intellectual property. No source gave me that. And y'all gaslit the viewers and made them believe that somebody from Africa said that. Nobody told nobody that. You got it from Ringo TV. And that's a fact. This man is a liar. 100% liar.
Did not separate Ashlee and Joe Macan. You are claiming it that all these YouTubers are doing is following what you have said before.
Yeah, they are.
They are listening to you and stealing your idea, your creative idea. So are you saying to me that it was your creative idea that had all the information?
We're not talking about creative ideas. We're talking about research, studying, using your brain. We're not talking about creativity. We're not talking about creative ideas. So learn how to communicate properly. We're talking about talking points, research that came from me. That's what you guys are regurgitating. And you try to twist it so that the viewer would believe that somebody from Africa told you that. Nobody told you that. Whoever told you that, they were watching my video. That's why in my video, I showed you guys that somebody tried to contact me. Remember? Put a 1 in the chat if you can recall when I showed you guys the DM message that somebody from Zanzibar DM'd me on Instagram saying, we got to talk. And I exposed that person's name. I exposed them. And guess what they did? They deleted their Instagram because I exposed them. I didn't say, oh, I'm protecting my source. I exposed them and they deleted their Instagram. And I can guarantee you that's probably the same person, the same person who contacted Sheba with my information.
That maybe there's a possibility that Joe and Ashlee weren't separated. He mentioned something about organs being removed. Are you the only person with the knowledge to know about an autopsy and know that the organs need to be removed?
I'm the first YouTuber that said the organs was removed. I'm the first person. In all of my investigation, I'm the one who claimed and put it out there that Ashlee's organs, her body was compromised already. I'm the one who put the information out there. Yes, me. I'm the one. Because if they already had an autopsy and we don't have those results and the body was sent back to the United States, that body was already compromised. Any new autopsy done on Ashlee's body is going to be altered and it's going to give the same results no matter how much times they do another autopsy because the body was already compromised. And for all we know, those organs was removed. Do you understand me? I'm the first YouTuber to put that out there. That's a fact. None of you did. None of you. Nothing you have done have been research. Everything you've done been copying from Sheba and other YouTubers. Nothing you have done have been independent research. Nothing.
This need to happen and that need to happen. So the same research that you have done to come up with all of this, isn't there anybody else in the world capable of doing it?
No. That's why you copy me. See, the thing is, you guys want to be Ringo TV, but you can't. You don't have the ability to communicate like me. You don't have the authority. You don't have that ability. That's why you're angry. Because you're trying to figure out how is it that I'm able to communicate so well? How is it that I'm able to use my brain and understand clues? How am I able to break things down the way I do? You want that ability, but you can never have it. Sorry. It wasn't given to you. You're not called to do this. You're not even a content creator. You're trying to be something that you're not. And because of you grifters, this is why Ashlee is unable to get her justice, because you guys been promoting lies. You've been doing a lot of dishonest activity, and that's what's hurting her case right now. And what's so sad is if the family allowed Trent to interview them, all that's going to do is exploit them even more and ruin the case even more. Because Trent just want to be notarized. He just want money. He just want to be famous. That's all he wants. He don't care about Ashlee. None of these people do. What content creator shows up at someone's funeral with cameras talking about live at Ashlee Jenae's funeral? That's crazy. If I was the family member and I walk outside and see you with a camera talking about you filming at the funeral, we fighting. We fighting, fam. I'm not going to let you sit there doing that. You're not going to be disgracing my family like that. This is why I believe that Ashlee's funeral was supposed to be private, not public. That's why I don't understand why the family didn't invite Joe McCann, right? And why they rejected TMZ, ABC, and all these other news entities. They rejected all of them from the funeral. I thought it was supposed to be a public environment. Anybody could show up. So why would you reject media? I thought you guys want justice for Ashlee. Rejecting the media is the equivalent of not wanting attention to Ashlee's case. This is what's telling me that Ashlee's family somehow, some way, may be in cahoots with Joe McCann. Because any family that would have TMZ pull up, the major mainstream media, and you guys ain't giving public statements, public interviews at the funeral, and you guys ain't taking advantage of these resources, you don't want justice for Ashlee.
This is why I tell you, you see people who are in social media to fill their ego.
He's talking about himself right now. At this point, he's projecting about his own ego out of jealousy of me. Brother, you can never be me. So stop trying. You're not wise like me. You're not intelligent like me. You're not smart like me. You can never be Ringo TV. I am excellent and talented at what I do. And you're mad about it. All of you YouTubers are mad about it. Again, it's the viewer who decides, not me. The viewer will decide. All I'm doing is pointing out the lies, and the viewers are seeing it. Thus far in this live stream, I've proven and showed you good people that this man support dishonest behavior in terms of bribing people, which is illegal. It is dishonest behavior, illegal practices. Fumi also promote dishonest behavior in terms of bribing people in Africa. So as viewers, why would you support that?
Somewhere in life, they are less valued. And because they have an audience, they are...
No, you're less valued. And because you have an audience, it makes you feel like you're somebody. See, what you're doing here, sir, is you're projecting your own insecurities onto me. I've been doing this since 2006. You're new. I'm not. I've always had viewers, always had an audience. Do you understand? I've always been in media. I'm a professional content creator. Do you understand me? Let's go. Hit the like button, guys.
Trying to feel use the audience to feel accomplished.
That's what you're doing.
To feel like somebody. So you are out here, instead of joining hands with everybody.
Instead of joining hands with everybody, they want me to join a criminal organization, guys. That's what they want me to join. No. I don't work with YouTubers. I roll 100% solo. I don't need none of you to do what I do. But you need me to do what you do.
Who wants to see justice for Ashlee? Who wants to see Joe McCann go to prison?
You don't want to see Joe McCann go to prison because you've been lying and you've been dishonest the whole time. What you want is a check from YouTube. Be honest. That's what you want.
And we get justice for the little girl.
You cannot get justice for nothing if the family is not fighting for her justice. These videos are designed to educate the viewer, to make them understand the case. In order for Ashlee to get justice, the parents must be fighting for her justice by going to Africa, involving the United States government, the U.S. Embassy, to interact with Africa to get to the bottom line of this situation. If the family is not doing this, Ashlee's case will grow cold and Joe will walk. Do you understand?
You are out here compared with everybody else. You are out here telling people not to listen to everybody else. You are out here telling people only to listen to you because you have all the information.
I'm telling people not to listen to liars. People that support dishonest behavior, like you. You promote that it's okay to bribe people in Africa. That's dishonest. That's illegal. That could get someone locked up. You guys been fabricating information, gossiping, spreading rumors. That's not helping with the case. That's lying. The viewers didn't come here to hear lies. They want to hear good commentary, good research, just some good content. And you guys just don't provide that. And you're mad because I call you guys out.
And everything that you have bring on your platform, you have gotten it from somebody else.
Oh no, that's that. Now you're lying. He said everything that I got on my platform, I got from somebody else, guys. He said everything I got on my platform, I got from somebody else. What? Are you crazy? Bro, everything that I got on my platform in terms of the research in regards to the Ashlee Jenae case is me. Do you understand that? And if I'm reacting to something, it's reacting to your lies. Your lies has nothing to do with my investigation. I already done solved the crime story already. What are you talking about? He's mad.
You have gotten it from somebody else's platform based on the information that comes out.
I have not used none of y'all information. All y'all information is garbage. I have not used none of y'all information. I debunk everything you guys been saying because it's all lies. Nothing you guys brought out is mainstream media news. And no viewer should be listening to that garbage. If it's not coming from the mainstream media, verified information that is documented, throw it away. It's all lies.
When the police in Zanzibar gave their press conference, did they write you a separate press conference and send it to you?
Press conferences is media. No different than if CNN put out a news report about a breaking news story. Do you understand that? And when we look at everything that's been coming out of Africa at this point in the case, the official story appears to be a lie based on my investigation. Everything they've been telling us is a lie when you look at the facts. When you look at the timeline of events, you will conclude that there's over 4 narratives to this Ashlee Jenae case. 4 different stories. 4 different stories, guys. When you do all the research, there's 4 stories. And it's all lies, manipulation to keep the people confused.
Did they actually wrote a separate thing and send it to you privately? Didn't you hear exactly what everybody else heard? And then from there, everybody filter what they need to filter, come up with their own perception of things?
No, you guys been lying the whole time, but you don't want to admit it. See, the viewers already know that I'm accurate with what I'm saying. I haven't told no lies. I've debunked your lies. And we're going to also examine your other videos too. We're going to call out all your lies. That's right. All the lies you publish, we're going to react to that. Yeah. Fair use. Remember? And that's what they don't like, guys. They don't like the fact that I do the research and I debunk the lies because they know that by me doing this job, it's interfering with what? Their money. You know? That's what they're doing. It's sad. Because this man is being dishonest, man. Very dishonest. He know I'm doing the best work. But his pride, ego, got the best of him. You should have never even mentioned me. You should have just continued with your grift. I wouldn't even know you.
Come up with the possibilities, the maybe and all these things. No, you don't do that. You know everything. And here you are on a case where a female
that I've been fighting for, while all these black men on YouTube been bashing her and saying that she deserved death, Ringo TV been on the front line defending Ashlee Jenae from the beginning. Not one video of me bashing Ashlee Jenae. So what are you going to say now?
Was unalived. And here you are attacking every other else female who is standing up for this female.
He keeps saying that I'm attacking females who are standing up for this female when I react to men and women. He's making it a female thing. Do you see what he's doing? He's making it a female thing because he's trying to make women be mad with me. Once these women actually come to my platform and experience my content, they're going to be like, these YouTubers are lying. Because I looked at Ringo's videos and he's doing an excellent job. He have not been bashing Ashlee at all. He been debunking the liars, whether they men or women. So I don't know what is he talking about me attacking women. I haven't attacked nobody.
Reminding people that these females only doing it for views and money.
They only doing it for views and money. Every time Fumi come on, it's for views and money. It's not about nothing with the case. She's not doing anything. She's not adding no value. She's just regurgitating things. Listen, guys, look at the last live stream I did. See, I understand you guys are busy. You got busy lives. You got to go to work. But if any of you had the time to watch my entire live stream that I did yesterday, and then you go watch Fumi's video that she recently uploaded, you will be shaking your head because you'll be like, wow, she's only doing that video because she saw Ringo TV's video. She's only doing the video because she saw my video, guys. Literally. If you listen to her video, you'll be like, she's literally saying the same things that I talked about. I reacted to Sheba's video, guys. She went and pulled up the same video. What are the odds of doing that? So she went and promoted the lie. In my video, I debunked the lie. So by me debunking the lie, Fumi went to promote Sheba's lie that she got from Somali Queen. In other words, I'm trying to educate the YouTube community not to listen to these lies. Fumi tried to confuse the YouTube community to continue to listen to the lie, and she continued to promote these people. They probably on her payroll.
They don't care about Ashlee. So do you care about Ashlee?
I care about the case. I don't know Ashlee personally. I would never attend Ashlee's funeral. I don't know her. I'm not a family member. What I'm passionate about is the work in terms of the case. You guys are acting like you care about Ashlee, like you're in love, like she's your family members, like you'll go out of the way for her. Stop lying. You're gaslighting these viewers. I care about the case. You know? If there was a crime and my job is to solve that crime, I'm invested in that case because I care about the case and I care about her getting justice. You guys don't. You care about a check on YouTube.
You are only out here for a trophy. We see this all the time. All the time we see this. This is not the only case I speak on. And other case that I have spoken on, you always have somebody out there working for the trophy.
Here's the thing. How is it that you're speaking on 1,000 different cases at one time? You ain't speaking on no case. You after money. When you're speaking on a case, you're focused only on the case. You can't be focusing on 20,000 different cases at one time. That's how we know you're a liar. You're not focused on Ashlee's case. You're trying to find any video about anybody that died. You're trying to find anything. Right now, you talking about some Jamaican man that unalived some woman. That's what you're talking about now. You jump from thing to thing to thing. You ain't investigating nothing. You just want money. That's all you want.
To say, I am the one who have broke this news. I am the one who have solved this case. It's because of my channel why they knew this. It's because of my channel why they knew that.
Yeah, because of my channel. And you're mad. You just can't admit it because you're in your pride and your ego. You're mad. That's right. You're jealous. Right. You're mad because it's not you. He's mad, guys, because I'm good at what I do.
There is always someone trying to satisfy the ego.
Yeah, you. You're projecting your ego. I can see it on your countenance. Look at your face. All I see is jealousy. I see a man who is just sitting in his house mad and jealous. Jealous.
Because they feel less valued in society. So they are out here on YouTube trying to make something of themselves or feel like somebody.
That's what you do. That's what you do. You're trying to feel like you're somebody. But in the real world, in your own personal life, you're really nobody. Like in your community, nobody knows you. Nobody cares. Nobody knows nothing about you in the community where you at. Nobody in your city, wherever you live, nobody knows you. You're nobody to the people. On social media, that's where you get your feels. You're projecting who you are.
If you have a void in your life, that's something for you to work on. You don't come out here when you have content creators and YouTubers who work in accordance for one particular purpose. And that is to get justice for something where they thought there was injustice.
But you guys are not working to get no justice. Stop it. Stop it. You're not working to get no justice. You're working to get a check. Stop misleading the viewers. The viewers are not dumb. You're working to get a check. And you don't like that I'm interrupting the money. Because then now the viewers are not going to want to view you because they realize that you're not passionate about the story. That's the difference between you guys and me. When I do my content, I'm invested in the story. That's why it comes out so good. That's why my words, you can feel the energy. You can feel the authenticity of what I talk about because it's not fake. When you guys talk, it's rushed. It's lazy. You don't really add no value, no education, no original thought. You don't put no effort into your content. It's the same old, same old.
No. You want to tear down everybody else because you want to be the king of YouTube who have solved the Ashlee Jenae's case.
I am the king of YouTube, and I've already solved the Ashlee Jenae case. You're mad about that. You're jealous. I know. It hurts. I mean, it is what it is. I solved the Kanika Jenkins case, Shanquella Robinson, Stephen Twitch Boss, rapper Takeoff. I mean, the list goes on and on. I've been doing this for years. Since 2006. Where were you in that time? Where were you, Jay? Where were you when YouTube had no monetization and you had to make videos for free and didn't get paid? Were you there? No, you weren't. I never heard of you. Do you know what year YouTube introduced high definition? I do. Do you know when YouTube transitioned from 360p to 1080p? I do. Do you know the original name of the original owner of YouTube? I do. I bet you don't. Do you know the year Mr. Beast started on YouTube? I do. Do you know the name of the famous YouTuber that was the first to use a high-pitched voice? It's a white boy. It was a white boy And he was the first YouTuber that got famous using a high-pitched voice, like a cartoon high-pitched voice. And he blew up on YouTube, got famous overnight. I do. You see, a lot of these YouTubers don't know nothing about YouTube. Do you remember when YouTube, you could DM people private messages? You know what year that started? I do. Perhaps when YouTube allowed you to use graphics to design your YouTube channel. You see the way YouTube is now? Back then, you could design your whole channel and make it look totally unique. I'm talking about every detail of your YouTube channel was different from another person's channel. So when somebody came to your channel, it was totally different. Those were the good old days. And guess what? There was no monetization. None. I've been on YouTube since 2006. You know when I first monetized my channel? 2018. That's when I monetized my platform. So from 2006 all the way to 2018, I've been releasing thousands of videos for free. No earnings. Did you do that, Jay? Did you pay your dues? Did you win the support of the people? The trust? You're still trying to build yourself up. You're still trying to get there. I know it hurts that I've been covering the story and I've been making a lot of sense and I solved the case, and it bothers you guys. It bothers you. Now think about this, Jay. You're working with all these other YouTubers. I'm not working with none of you because I don't need none of you. I got my own brain. That's the difference. I solved the case by myself, and you guys are mad about it. Fumi is mad because she got exposed for encouraging bribing people, which is illegal. You're mad because an American black man works hard, and I'm diligent and consistent. And my videos are very engaging and very educational. And I'm very well spoken, and I know how to communicate to the viewers, something you can't do. And it bothers you. I know. I would be mad too.
Why I spoke on it is because of how disturbing it is that it's a man attacking other women.
Do you see how many times he keeps saying that I'm attacking women, guys? You see what he's doing? He's trying to make his viewers think that I'm abusing women, similar, so they could look at Joe. So like how they look at Joe with Ashlee, like I'm doing that. That's what he's trying to do. But it's not working because any woman that comes to the platform to be curious and actually view my content, they're going to, number one, subscribe, and they're going to like the work that I do.
Probably stayed out of it if there was a woman who was attacking Femi and Queen Sheba. It would have been fine. Woman can sort that out.
So let me get this straight. Did you just hear what he just said? He said if there was a woman that was speaking against Femi, a woman that was speaking against Sheba, it'll be okay because women can sort that out. But if Ringo's doing it, it's a bad thing. That sounds very dumb. He's basically saying that it's okay for women to criticize women, but if a man criticizes the lies that women put out, it's a bad thing now. That don't make no sense because I'm criticizing you and I'm criticizing Trent. So what's your point? It's pointless.
But the case in itself is already sensitive.
Sensitive? What are you talking about? No. What's sensitive is you. You're a sensitive man. Sensitive. Something wrong with you. Because it's like you're responding with feminine energy. You're being sensitive. If this was a sensitive case, the parents would have been in Zanzibar already. They're not there. They didn't take no trip to Zanzibar. The parents is not on the news media. The parents don't care about Ashlee. For all we know, they got paid. You understand? For all we know. Because weeks are passing by. And the more the days pass by, the more Ashlee case grows cold.
Look at what we are dealing with. A young female of all her life ahead of her.
See how he's love bombing a young female all her life ahead of her, like he cared. He's singing to women at this point so that they can love him.
She fell in love with a man who she thought would have always been there for her. A man that she thought would have protected her.
Ashlee's death had nothing to do with me. So what is your point? You ain't proved nothing. All this talking and nonsense that you're doing, that stuff ain't affecting me at all. If anything, you brought attention to my platform. That's all you did. You brought new viewers who probably came over being, I guess, curious of who I am. And when they looked at my videos, they subscribed and they liked my content. And they probably looked at you as a hater because they realized that there's nothing wrong with me.
A man that maybe, yes, he had money. A man that she loved. There were challenges in the relationship.
You don't know nothing about Ashlee's relationship to say that there was challenges in their relationships. You are a liar. Again, ladies and gentlemen, none of us know Ashlee or Joe to say that they had challenges in their relationship. We don't know them.
But she stayed there and she tried to work on it.
Do you see the lies? He's publicly saying that there was challenges in their relationship, but she stayed with Joe to try to work them out. How did he know that? That's crazy. That's what you call lies, guys. That's manipulating the viewers, playing with their mind.
That man took her for a birthday celebration and proposed to her. Shortly after, today as we speak, that girl's family is planning her funeral. In a few days, she'll be laid to rest.
Well, she was not laid to rest because she haven't been buried yet. Remember? Trent said they never buried the body. So her body is sitting in a box in some room somewhere because they never put her underground. Trent never came back with an update to tell you guys that the family finally buried Ashlee. He left all of you guys thinking that the body never was buried. So to this day, because he put that video out, as far as we're concerned, Ashlee Jenae was never laid to rest.
And you are out here attacking other females.
Do you see him? Again, still saying I'm out here attacking other females. When all I'm doing is reacting to videos, debunking the lies. They call it attacking because it's bothering their money. That's what they don't like. Because on YouTube, you're supposed to be a crooked content creator, a greedy content creator with no morals, no values. So what happened is the reason why a lot of these content creators are sticking together, because birds of a feather flock together.
You are out here attacking other females. You should
keep talking about females. I'm reacting to you, bro. What are you going to say now? Are you a female? Because I'm reacting to you. And I reacted to Trent. So make a video saying I'm attacking men. Make a video saying that now. Because you tried with this female stuff, but that's not working. Because I got videos of me reacting to Trent's videos. criticizing him. Now I'm criticizing you. What do you want to say now? That I'm attacking men? Man, stop it.
Be attacking Joe McCann.
Now he's making it seem like I'm not against Joe McCann. I got a whole plethora of videos going in on Joe McCann. What are you talking about?
You should be attacking the police in Zanzibar.
I already done said that the police in Zanzibar are lying. What are you talking about? Everybody's lying. Every news report from Africa is a lie. I already done debunked all of those lies. You're not saying nothing that I haven't already done.
Channel to attack the police in Zanzibar, to attack the hotel.
I already said the hotel lied. You're lying. Guys, everything he's saying that I didn't do, I've been did already. I already told you, everything that's coming out of that hotel is a lie.
To attack Joe McCann, that's what you should be doing. Not attacking other females who are out here fighting.
They're not fighting. None of them are fighting. They're getting a YouTube check. Take away monetization. Would you guys be making videos about Ashlee Jenae? No, you won't. Take away the money. Take away the YouTube check. Would you guys be talking about Ashlee Jenae? No, you won't. The money. That's what's important.
For justice. For Ashlee.
They don't want justice for Ashlee.
It makes me wonder. It does make me wonder. And it's a man who is doing this. Let me tell you something. Every man is not like you and Joe McCann. And every man will not be like you. Ringo TV reaction. Remember that.
Do you see the hatred, the jealousy? And this is what is sabotaging Ashlee's justice, man. Because I've been saying this for the longest, that the FBI need to get involved with the Ashlee Jenae case. Somebody that's in high places, people that can pull buttons, people that have the resources, that you know, they're involved in you know, all that type of tech stuff where they could understand what's on somebody's cell phone, satellites, all this type of stuff, IP address, they know where you at. Because with the amount of lies that are on social media, it's compromising Ashlee's justice right now, man. It's making it look like a joke. And people are going to move on to a new story. That's what they're going to do. Because these people watered it down. They ruined the case, man. That's what's happening right now. Shout out to Tanya for the $10 support. Appreciate you sponsoring the show. Shout out to you. If you can be so kind, guys, hit the like button. Let's get these likes up, guys. Y'all been hating. I don't know why. I don't know why it's taking so long to get the likes to 300. Like, it don't make no sense. What are you here for? Like, what is everybody here for? You're here for the truth, or you here to hate? Which one it is? Because it seems like a lot of people just hate the fact that I'm good at what I do, and you want the YouTubers that lie to get all this attention and all of these views, and they're lying to you every day. This guy is promoting that it's okay to bribe people, which is illegal. And y'all want to support that? That's crazy.
Every man is not like you, and they will not be like you.
Yeah, you will never be like me. That's true. You said that very true. You guys are not like me. You YouTubers are not like me. You will never be like me. That's a fact.
Some of us men out here can't stand to see another man a tear down woman.
Really? It sounds to me like you're pandering to women. That's how it sounds like to me. Like you're trying to, like you say you can't stand to see. So do something about it. What are you going to do? You going to come see me? I don't think you're going to do that. Do something about it. Since you say you can't stand seeing that. Do something about it. You ain't going to do nothing about it. But sit on your computer and talk. Because if you really was about that life, go see Joe McCann. Go pull up on Joe. Go do it. Go pull up on the white man. Go do it. And quit talking. You ain't going to do nothing to Joe McCann. So quit gaslighting women and pandering, being a panda bear. Because you ain't fooling me. You're a coward. Just like Ashlee's family. Cowards. Because they're not fighting for her justice. None of you YouTubers are fighting for the justice of Ashlee Jenae. You're fighting for money.
Tearing them down. Tearing down females.
Notice that you keep saying females, tearing down females. I'm tearing down lies. And you don't like that. Lies. Everything in my videos, I'm debunking lies. I'm not talking about females or tearing down females, as you so wickedly say. I debunk the lies. You want the lie to stick, but not on my watch.
Females that are working in accordance for one goal.
And the goal is money. They ain't working to bring no justice to Ashlee, so stop the lies. Who is Jay? He's a grifter.
So many other YouTubers are out here doing to get justice for Ashlee. Instead of you doing that, you tear down all the females who are getting the attention on the case. The problem you have is not about anybody stealing your content. The problem you have is the attention that these females are getting.
Do you see? Do you see where he's going now? The problem is not this. The problem is the attention the females are getting. No, that's what you want. And you don't like the fact that I'm debunking the lies. You have already been proven to be wicked because you're promoting dishonest activity in terms of bribing people in Africa. You already been exposed. The whole world already done know where your mindset is.
The problem you have is that these females are a voice for the voiceless.
No, voice for the voiceless. Please. A voice for the voiceless? Are you kidding me? A voice for the voiceless with fabricated stories about having sources in Africa? People talking to them that you don't even know? Nothing verified? None of the information is verified. Nothing. All lies. If these people got sources in Africa that's giving them key info about Joe McCann, why these YouTubers ain't going to law enforcement? Why they're not going to investigators and the FBI, emailing? How come they're not doing that? They're not trying to solve no case. They're trying to get money. Money. That's all you guys want.
Problem that you have is that people are actually listening to these females. So
no, the problem that I have is that people are listening to lies. And my job is to debunk the lies so people no longer listen to lies. Because you guys have been exploiting Ashlee Jenae's death for a long time. And my job is to stop that. That's what I'm doing.
Feel less of a man.
No, that's what you feel. You feel less of a man. I'm a father and a husband and a family man. You feel less of a man, and you get your stimulus package from YouTube. It makes you feel like you're somebody. It makes you feel wanted. Because in your life, you don't feel that way. You don't feel accomplished. You don't feel valued. That's how you feel inside.
I'll tell you something. Ringo Reaction TV, and I'll leave you with this. You become a man when you respect woman, and they respect you right back.
See, this is the problem. This guy is a panda bear, guys. This man is pandering to women. He's trying to cater to women. He's trying to cater to a female audience in hopes to win their respect. That's what he's doing. Any man that respects a woman that lies is not a man. A man would check that and regulate such a woman who's lying. And that goes for a man too. And that's what I did. The people that you're talking about, they've been lying. Just like you're lying. Just like Trent been lying. And I call all of you out. Because I'm a man. That's what men do.
You don't expect to get the respect because you're a man, and then you give no respect to a woman.
Respect is earned. Respect is not something you just give someone because they're a woman or a man. Respect is earned. When you lie, no one respects you. When you're a content creator and you lie and you put out false information, false clickbait video titles, false narratives, false stories, false witnesses, you are a liar, and nobody respects liars. So why would someone respect women who lie?
It does make you less of a man.
No, it makes you less of a man when you know someone is lying and you don't confront the lie. And you sit back blindsided and you refuse to do something about it. That makes you less of a man. You know, like you. You're the kind of guy who is less than a man. The kind of guy that would know someone's lying and not care because money is to be made. So you don't have no morals, no moral compass, no ethics, nothing. So why would you say something to such woman if there's money to be made?
So maybe if you are a boy, maybe you are in the wrong case. And you are taking the wrong jobs at people. The problem is, I never hear Femi coming out to bash you.
Femi cannot even say a word. Femi flagged 3 of my videos with a false copyright claim. Did you see Femi come online and tell her viewers that she reported 3 of my videos falsely? You talking about bash? She tried to destroy me. What are you talking about? Femi tried to end my YouTube career with 3 copyrights falsely. You talking about bash? Did she tell you she did that? Did she tell you that she lied to YouTube and filed 3 false copyright claims against me? Go to my community section on my platform when the live stream is over where it says posts. Click on that and look at what Femi Delavoye did. All the receipts is right there. And this man is talking about Femi never bashed me. She tried to destroy me. Yeah.
Your Queen Sheba coming out to bash you.
But Queen Sheba threatened to flag down my channel. Queen Sheba, when I reacted to Fumi's video that included Sheba's video. Now, keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, Fumi did a reaction video which included Sheba's video. I reacted to Fumi's video of her reacting to a video. Sheba comes on my platform talking about, oh, copyright is about to be sent. I told her, go ahead and send it. We eat copyrights for dinner. Go ahead and send it. She never sent it. You know why? Because she know it's wrong. Threatening anybody with copyright claims is stupid as a YouTuber. Because you know fair use protects you. So why would you do that? The only reason why they do that is because they want to silence you. Just like Fumi tried to silence me. That's not going to work, guys. That's not going to work. You cannot silence someone for exercising their fair use of commentary and criticism. You can't do that. And then what it's going to end up doing, it's going to end up costing her everything. You'll see. Many people tried, guys. I try to warn people. Many people tried. Good luck with that. You see? But let's get back to this. Let's go.
Guess what? You're a man. So I'll attack these females. How are you any different from Joe McCann?
Do you see what he just did? Do you see what he just did, guys? Now he's comparing me to Joe McCann. Do you see what he just did, guys? Now he's comparing me to Joe McCann. So now he's saying that I'm a murderer because I call out the lies. That is what you call a smear campaign. This man is pandering to women. You can't trust somebody like this. That's why I said, don't watch them. Don't support that type of stuff, guys. The man is comparing me to Joe McCann now. That's sick.
So I'll attack these females. How are you any different from Joe McCann? The very case that we are on. Why is Ashlee not here with us today?
So he's basically blaming me for Ashlee's death. He's basically saying I did it, guys.
After a heated argument with her fiancé. We are trying to put the pieces of the puzzle together, trying to understand that, hang on a minute. It is alleged that Joe McCann had some shares in this hotel.
That's a lie. Do you see him lying again, guys? How could this man know what shares Joe have in a hotel? How did he know that? How could he know that? That's what I mean by people spreading lies, rumors, making stories up to entertain viewers.
That they were staying. So if he had shares in the hotel, that they were staying.
Why would a man have shares in a hotel where they're staying, murder a woman in the same hotel that he have alleged connection to? What kind of idiot would do that? These people don't make sense when they talk, guys.
Allegedly, he have investment in that property. Then wouldn't that make him part owner?
You see the lies, rumors?
He would be a very respected man on that property.
These are the lies that these YouTubers been putting out, guys, over and over. These are the lies I've been debunking. These are the kind of lies that is going to make Joe McCann walk. For all we know, these YouTubers could be doing this so that it sabotages Ashlee's justice. They could be working with Joe McCann by doing these kind of videos, putting out nothing but rumors and lies and gossip. That's hurting Ashlee's justice.
No. A hotel that provides such a service. Do you honestly think they would want the undertaker to come and take a dead body from their hotel room? And then to hear about all these questionable circumstances? Do you honestly think that the hotel would want their hotel to be a crime scene? What would that do to the hotel? That is the whole point of a hotel, to keep things down.
Do you see how he's just continually lying, man? This is what I mean, guys, when it comes to these YouTubers. They just lie all day. This is what they do. And they're exposing the hotel while they're talking. They don't even realize what they're saying.
That can damage the image of the hotel, the name, the brand, the reputation. So this is how people are surmising that When Ashlee was taken from that hotel, she was already dead. That girl was already dead.
All of this I already said. I already told you guys this already. I already told you this. You know, when they told you guys, oh, you know, she died at the hospital. No, she was already dead already. I already said this in my earlier videos, guys. That's where they get that information from. As you can see, he said.
The only reason why they took her from that hotel as if it was a person who was unconscious but still alive was to make sure that the hotel does not become a crime scene.
No, they took her from the hotel so they could get the organs at the hospital. Because once a person is unalive, if you know anything about organ donation, or when a person lose their life, once a person, let's say a person get in a car wreck, right? Car wreck, they pass away, or they were alive for a minute, they use the jaws of life, open the car, and then they pass away. Once they check out the person's agree to give up their organs, they get them to the hospital right away. Get those organs. They got to secure the organs, guys, right away. They got to secure them. They had a movie, I don't remember the movie, but it was a movie back in the day where they did stuff like this. I forgot the name of the movie. It was a good movie where they would purposely set people up to kill them to get their organs. That movie was, listen, that movie was telling us how things go. I forgot the name of it, man. But if you probably Google it, it'll probably bring the movie to memory. But it was a movie where they would literally, people would get set up. They would be murdered in order to get the body parts, the organs. It's a movie that talked about that.
Because if the hotel becomes a crime scene, you have to cordon off that room, cordon off that area, and then the investigative team comes in.
I already told everybody that Ashlee was already dead. But the hotel said that Ashlee was alive, and they took her to the hospital. Well, if Ashlee was alive, she never committed the S word that the news people put out. And remember, the people in the United States that reported on the news, they're only getting what came out of Zanzibar. They don't know. They just report in the news. In order for a woman to commit S word, right, she would have to have been found hanging and deceased. That means it's completed. They said that she was unresponsive when they found her. Well, if she's unresponsive, she's not hanging. That means that she's down, meaning she has a pulse, but we can't wake her up. Nobody found Ashlee hanging. Ashlee was murdered inside that apartment, that villa. All of these things I brought out in my investigation. It was all a setup, and in order to harvest the energy and those organs, they had to get her to the hospital. That's why they gave us the narrative that, oh, she's good, we're taking her to the hospital. Well, of course you're taking her to the hospital because you got to get the organs. That's why they took her to 2 hospitals. What's the point of taking her to 2 hospitals? What's the point? What do you need to do at 2 hospitals? Get the organs. Autopsy, all of that type of stuff. Doing the autopsy, it gives them legal grounds to get to the organs. That's what's going on. All of this I brought out. That's why these YouTubers are mad, because I already done talked about these things before they can even touch it. So they're upset.
That's how it goes. So the hotel already knew that, okay, this is what happened, because When they told us that Joe McCann was moved to a room 10 minutes away, you'd be like, okay. When they told us that a hotel staff magically appeared at Ashlee's door and Ashlee suddenly need a charger for her phone, and that hotel staff so happened to have a charger for that phone. I have already discussed that in previous videos.
You mean you got it from me? You mean you got it from my work? Because I already been talked about that. I already made it very clear. An influencer woman don't ask for no charger from nobody. She already have her chargers. She already have her battery packs. She already have all of that stuff taken care of. And she's a woman. A woman never leaves home without her charger. She's at a luxury resort. Why would she need a charger? I've been debunked that mess. That whole story was fabricated.
Isn't that a bit of a coincidence? And when the police can come into the hotel and check what they need to check and do what they need to do, and the police can pass Ashlee off as a person who actually unalive herself, but yet still make 10 arrests, what does that tell you?
Do you see the lie? There was never 10 arrests. Do you see that, guys? Yesterday's live stream, I debunked what Sheba put out. Do you see him regurgitating what Sheba put out? That she got from Somali Queen or whatever her name is? Do you see how he's regurgitating the same lie? There is no reports that 10 people were arrested. I told you the man is a liar. He's proven me right. He's a liar.
What does that tell you?
That you're a liar.
Everything is all mixed up. Every single thing is all mixed up.
Because of lies.
It's a massive cover-up that failed.
No, it didn't fail. You're saying it failed, but the cover-up is actually coming from you guys. Because by you guys spreading these lies, that's a part of the cover-up. See, the cover-up don't just start from Africa. The cover-up goes into social media too. Because in order to have a true cover-up, you need social media influencers that are spinning lies and different narratives so that it can make the cover-up cover-up. Yeah.
It's a cover-up that failed. The management of that hotel
Here we go.
knows Joe McCann very well.
That's a lie. That's another lie. He said the management knows Joe McCann very well. Where is the proof of that? Did you speak to the manager? Did Joe McCann tell you that? Or did one of these gossiping YouTubers tell you that lie? This is what I mean, guys, about rumors, gossip, lies. That's what these guys do all the time. That's what he's good at. Lying.
They know him very well.
No proof.
I have asked the question over and over. Why would a person be asking for a charger if they were going to out themselves? If they were going to out themselves, why do you need a charger? You have a care about nothing else in the world. You're about to take your life. Why would you care about a phone? And you're not sending a goodbye message to your families or anything. Why is that phone not sent back home to the family?
He said why the phone is not sent back home to the family. Guys, I already covered this 1,000 times about the phone. It's funny listening to these YouTubers, man, because they don't have no original thought. I could sit on a live stream for 5 hours and literally solve a case. These guys will make short videos. The most of their video will be like 1 hour. but their videos are normally like 30 minutes, 10 minutes. These people don't put no effort into the content at all. I talk, and always provide value.
Who has all Ashlee's belongings?
Duh.
Why was Ashlee not taken to the hospital, which you know that is more likely to save her life? You take her to a medical center first, then move her from there, and then take her to a proper place.
Why? How do you know that? How did he know where she went? How did he know? He's getting these lies from these other YouTubers, man.
Just go to the proper place in the first place. She would be more likely for her life to be saved. But let me tell you something. Ashlee was unalived on that property. When she was leaving that property, that hotel, she was already dead. The next door guests, they called the front desk because of what they heard.
Lies. Again, that's another lie in the case. All of these are lies. Hotel guests call the front desk. They're arguing next door. That's what they assume. That's what they assume. For all you know, Ashlee called the front desk to get help because of Joe. Nobody ain't talk about that.
Let me tell you something about a lot of hotels. Everybody who have been to a hotel know this. If you are making noise in the hotel, 3/4 of the time the front desk will just call you and ask you to keep it down. Whether you're arguing or you're just playing around or messing about, they don't just come and knock you up like that. They'll ring the room or ring the villa in their case and ask you to keep it down because you're disturbing other guests. For the next door guest to call.
No reports of that, guys. No reports of that. That comes from YouTube gossip. YouTube gossip brought that out.
Something bad may have happened and it's gotten out of hand. Maybe Ashlee and Joe was fighting in that room.
I already done said that. They were fighting. And the issue I have is that the police was never called. If it's a domestic disturbance between a man and a woman, law enforcement should have been called. But remember, these folks is on an island. So for all we know, the main law enforcement is not on that island. They got to travel by boat to get to the island. Let's go.
But guess what? We would never know. Because guess what? The autopsy was done and it wasn't passed on to the family. Apparently, Joe McCann is still in Zanzibar. Apparently, he's still in lockup. Apparently,
Joe McCann was never locked up. That's a lie. Joe McCann was never locked up. Again, guys, he's lying. Joe McCann was questioned. And he was useful in the investigation as a witness. That's the official story. So why he's not sticking to the official story? Instead, he's spreading lies.
All Ashlee's belongings because he claimed himself as the husband.
Well, he was her husband if he's engaged. I mean, if you're a man and you have a wife, you would know this. If a man is engaged, if a woman is engaged, a man is engaged, a woman is promised to a man, if a woman is betrothed to a man, even in the Bible refers to him as her husband. Even before they tied a knot. This man is not educated. He's not an educated man.
The fiancé, not the boyfriend, the husband. So everything would go to him. But there are so many questions to ask. No.
See, everything cannot go to Joe under those circumstances. If Ashlee is dead, right, then the engagement is off. Her personal belongings go to next of kin, which is her mother and father. They're the ones who's supposed to get her personal belongings, right? The reason why they label him her husband, it could be that Ashlee and Joe is actually legally married. That's why it's listed as husband. Because if any of her personal belongings go to him, he would have to be her husband. If they were engaged, he don't get to keep her personal property. That's crazy. That got to go to her parents because the marriage never went through. So all of that personal belonging stuff got to be given over to the family. But if it was given to Joe, then that would imply that they were already married legally. Or probably got married out there. Who knows?
You take your girlfriend on a holiday, a luxury holiday, and an accident happened.
An accident didn't happen. That's a lie. Again, an accident, wrong choice of words. So you saying her death was an accident?
Your girlfriend say is not able to talk or anything to call her family. Then whose job is it to call the family? Whose job is it to keep the family updated? Who would have gotten the autopsy report in Zanzibar? The Zanzibar police probably have given Joe McCann the autopsy report. So
Joe McCann cannot get the autopsy results. That would have to go to the family. Again, this man is not educated. He's not smart.
And you have to get the autopsy report for the body. So maybe the autopsy report and all the belongings went to Joe McCann. That's why the family haven't gotten it. Because Joe McCann would have been in a position to be able to get the autopsy report if he's over there telling them that he is her husband. So if Joe McCann got that autopsy report, would it reach the family?
Well, Joe McCann never said he's her husband. The report listed him as her husband. You got to really communicate properly when you're talking, because you're saying that Joe said he's her husband. Joe never said he's her husband. The report have him listed as her husband. That's the facts. Joe never said he's her husband. That's a lie.
Had to send back the body to America regardless. She's an American. So as long as somebody in America is happy to receive the body, they have to send back the body to America. She is an American. You can't just keep her body and bury her for yourself. And if the husband has no plan to bury Ashlee according to him, he's the husband. So if Joe McCann had no plans to bury Ashlee in Zanzibar, and he's locked up and he's suspected, then the next thing is the next of kin, who would be the family in America, mom and dad. Yeah. But guess what? If the need was not there to send back the mobile phone and every other else thing, we are here saying that the family didn't get the autopsy report. Maybe Joe McCann got the autopsy report.
The family, in my opinion, already got the autopsy report. Because if they get back the body, they're supposed to get the report. They're supposed to get any other pertinent documents and stuff and so on and so forth. They should already got that. The autopsy results is not something that they just release to the public. It is up to the family to want to release that to the public. because it's a report about their daughter. I believe that the family already got the results. They weren't happy with the results. That's why they went to get a second autopsy done to get a second opinion. Because why go get a second autopsy if you haven't received the first one? It makes no sense. So when they sent back the body came back with all the necessary documents that the family would need in terms of autopsy to conclude that this is what their findings were and so on and so forth. You understand? And being that they didn't like the results, that's why they never publicized the results from Zanzibar, because they don't want that to influence the public that this is what the results is. They want to get something that's from the United States so they can release that, and hopefully it'll be something different. I believe they already received the autopsy from the United States, and it's not looking good. That's why they didn't report it to the public.
The autopsy report has to go to somebody who is connected with the deceased. They have to give over the autopsy report to somebody who is connected to the deceased. And if Joe is over there playing husband, of course they are going to give it to him. He can tell them anything. He can.
Well, her possessions will go to her husband if she's married. If she's married. So if all her possessions went to Joe, that would conclude that Joe and Ashlee actually got married. Do you get that? See, none of these YouTubers are going to tell you that. They only tell you that after they see this video. Because I already told everybody that by the pure fact they listed him as husband, if he received all her possessions, that means they were already married. You get it? And by them already being married, right? Now watch this, because some people might think that, well, he'll be able to get her money and get this. Not necessarily. Not necessarily, man. It don't work like that. You just don't get married and you get everything that she got. The only way that can happen is if Ashlee and Joe been married for over a year. Get what I'm saying? Been married and kept it a secret. There's people that do that. They get married, you don't even know. You don't even know they married. They've been married for 3 years. Nobody knew. Nobody knew they were married, guys. Because if he's not her legal husband, he can't get her possessions. No. The family can request that information. Now, when it comes to the wedding engagement ring, he could keep that. You know what I'm saying? He's not under any requirements to give over that ring because he never got the fulfillment of what was promised. But her passport, look, her passport, cell phone, and luggage and personal items, that's supposed to be delivered back to the family. That's right. Not to him. You know? He don't get those belongings. He can't get that. But if they listed him as husband, this story could be deeper than you think, guys. Because if he been married to her for over a year, and Ashlee got money tied up, it's easy payday. Easy payday, man. That's crazy if it is.
He's going to send it to the family. He can't tell them anything. That could be the case why up until today, that autopsy report is not in the hands of the mom and dad.
I'm going to pretty much pause the video there, guys. That's at the 30-minute mark because that video is 1 hour. And I do not feel like being here for another 2 hours talking because I got things I got to do and whatnot. So I'm going to pretty much kind of just wrap it up and do a part 2 and continue in this reaction with this particular video. I'll do that. I'll remember the timestamp is at the 30-minute mark. And I'll continue on with that. Because if I stay here doing this video, I'm going to literally be here for probably another 2 hours or something like that. I don't want to be here that long. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, for real. But yeah, this guy, we already proven our case, guys. Like for real, we proven ourselves. This guy compromised the entire Ashlee Jenae investigation. Him, these other YouTubers, they cause more problems than solutions because of all the lies. You know? I've kept it real with the people all this time. Y'all know I've been. Some of y'all may not like, when I call out these YouTubers. At the end of the day, it's not about liking or not liking. The point is, lies have no place in justice. Did you get that? Lies have no place in justice. If we're supposed to be speaking on this case for Ashlee Jenae, we should not be introducing lies into the case because that's going to cause problems in the future. Dishonest people. He's a dishonest man. He tried to smear my name, but it's not going to work. All he's doing is making my platform more visible to females. And that's going to make them come here. They're going to look at my videos, and these women are going to be like, hold up. I thought Ringo's a monster. I thought he attacked women. I don't see that in his videos. I see him really breaking this stuff down. If anything, you guys are attacking him. And that's exactly what they're doing. Fumi attacks. This guy is attacking. His video is supposed to be an attack to make women not want to view my content, but instead they are viewing my content. Fumi tried to silence me with copyright claims. That's not going to end well for her. It's not going to end well for her. Trust and believe. It's not going to end well for her, fam. So, guys, I'm going to get up on out of here. I got to get ready to head on out, take care of some business at the big box store. Got to do some things. You know what I'm saying? You like how when you jacking up the car, it's like jacked up the car, but it's like the jack, it can't bring it up high enough so I could put the jack, the floor jack cannot bring the car high enough to put the jack stand where it needs to go. So I got to go pick up a 2 sheets of 4x8 plywood, 3/4 inch thick. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take those 2 plywoods, those 2 sheets, stick them together, which is going to create over 1.5 inches of distance. And what you do is you create like a plank and you put that under the car. Then you put your car jack on top of that, then jack the car up. Now what that will do, it'll give the clearance that I need to put the jack stands where I need them to be. Because those car jacks, they only go up to like about 20 to 21 inches high. That's not enough. So I'll be able to get the proper rise of the car in order to do the job. But what you never should do, never take a block or a piece of 2x4 and put that on your jack on the top and then jack the car up that way. Don't ever do that. If that slip, it could slip. Very, very dangerous. Do not do that. Create a base on the bottom and put the car jack on top of that. And then lift the car. That's the safe way to do it. So guys, I'm going to go get ready. I got to get on out of here. Well, I'm not getting out of here yet, but I want to be at the store right when they open. So it's in, out, 1, 2, 3. And I could just go take care of business. So I'm going to pretty much do that. I mean, probably be daytime when I head on out, but I want to be there first thing first, as soon as they open up, so I can get down to business. So guys, this guy, where we at? It's like on my screen when I go like this. Oh, okay. So I could go like this. All right. It felt kind of weird because I'm looking at the screen here. Remember, with this image, I have it reversed. So on my screen here, I'm seeing the screen reverse. So if I think I'm pointing here, over here to him, I'm probably think I'm looking at Ashlee, because on my screen, I go like this. I got to look. I got to go like this. It's kind of weird. It's like if I go like this, let me see. If I go like this, I switch it back. See? So now, if I go like this, I know I'm pointing to him. I know I'm pointing to him because of the way the screen look. So if I'm looking at the screen and I go like this, I know I'm pointing to him. I know I'm pointing to her. But I want you guys to see the screen properly on your end. That's why I keep it flipped like that, so you can see what it says. Because again, I'm on an iPhone, and the iPhone, you see the mirror image. That's why down here, it's reversed, So yeah. So guys, I'm gonna get up on out of here. I'm gonna keep you guys tuned in, posted on what's going on. I'm gonna continue with that reaction of that video later on today, and also have other content that I'm gonna deal with as well. It is what it is, man. We're gonna keep doing this work. We're gonna keep focusing on this topic and debunking the lies, getting the truth out there. Be very careful listening to these individuals, guys, because I'm telling you, they're not helping Ashlee's case, man. They're really not. They're causing more problems than good. And because of jealousy, hate, envy, and ego, a lot of these influencers have been launching smear campaigns against me, flag campaigns. They've been doing everything in their power trying to get me up on out of here because they want to, I guess, be the star of the show. And it's a weird thing. I go through this all the time, guys. I'm the only YouTuber being attacked when it comes to the Ashlee Jenae case. Not one of these YouTubers been flagged. I'm the one that been flagged. Now, if I'm the person that is doing all the evil, why am I being falsely reported by Fumi de la Void? I thought she supposed to be this wonderful woman. Oh, hello to my Fumi nation. Poor Ashlee. I've been telling you a lot of time, people, that Jay is a good YouTuber. You should go subscribe to him because Ashlee, we need to get justice for Ashlee. My Fumi Nation, I will continue to do this work for Ashlee because I got to bring justice for Ashlee. Make sure you get your shirts. Make sure you get your shirts, Fumi Nation. Order your shirts today because Ashlee, I'm going to pray for her and her mother because her mother is grieving the loss of such a beautiful Ashlee. Let us pray for Ashlee and everybody else. That's Fumi for you. All she do is lie and gaslight the viewers all day, acting like she care. She don't care about Ashlee. She don't. To all the sisters that are viewing, the American Black women, do not be deceived by Fumi. Don't be deceived. She don't care about you. And she don't care about Ashlee. She don't. I'm telling you guys. Don't be deceived. Yeah, they're using her death for monetary gain, like I told you guys, man. So guys, I'm gonna get up on out of here. I gotta get ready. Gotta do what I gotta do. Head on out to the big box store and get this work done so I can work on this car and do what I gotta do, man. Gotta do what I gotta do. So some people probably like, you ain't getting no rest, bro. Fam, I don't get no rest, man, the way I need to, man. I'm working all day. I'm busy. I'm just very active, man. Very, very active. Life is short. You guys gotta just live your life, do the most that you could do, and just keep it positive, man. You know what I mean? I'm being attacked by demons and devils that work through people. But nonetheless, I stay motivated because I know I got people out there that rock with me. I got people out there that support the work. A lot of you folks, you pull up, you view the content, and I appreciate that. It is what it is. So we're gonna keep this thing rocking, fam. Peace and blessings to the mods in the chat. Salute to everybody out there that tuned in. I'll catch you on the next video. Go in peace and stay blessed. I'm out. Peace.